it has now evolved into something that stifles creativity and silences opposing views. He describes it as a creativity-crushing, silence-enforcing beast and says, "I've had enough." Gibson compares Hollywood to a group of priests who reprimand and exile anyone who doesn't conform to their beliefs.
Generally, passively sit by and tolerate any kind of nonsense, but
we are exiles no longer. Our vengeance is yours.
Control group created.
Bully him and do their best to cancel him. And it's easy. They drum him out of the service, you know. Off he goes.
From the beginning, Sound of Freedom wasn't embraced by major studios. The film doesn't just sidestep political correctness, it tears it apart. It tackles the harsh reality of child trafficking in Latin America, a topic Hollywood, according to Gibson, tends to avoid.
Mining upgrade complete.
Studios tried to suppress the movie, hoping it would fade away, but Gibson and
a colonizable planet has been discovered.
Down, they devised a smart strategy, a staggered release across various countries. This not only kept the film in the spotlight,
the anima
but also
are restless.
Lasting buzz.
Our will shall be done.
You can't get mad. You can't get mad. You can't let it get you. Because
control group created.
You have to
your
have,
presence
you have
is
to
strong.
make a deal with everyone else, and it's almost unspoken that you are going to be fucked
all
over
power
at
to
some
jump
point.
drive.
This strategy was not just smart, it was revolutionary. Sound of Freedom not only
civilian
shattered box
structure
office
complete,
records, but also ignited discussions about corruption
we'll
within the
consider
entertainment
it.
industry and Hollywood's hypocrisy. Unlike most films that quickly disappear from theaters, this one generated continued debate, shedding light on the harsh realities of child trafficking.
Sound of Freedom is smashing it at the
our
box
will
office
shall
and
be
being
done.
attacked continually by the mainstream. Is that because it's a box office
we are
success?
listening.
The industry's response
with
was
one
swift and
voice.
harsh. Mainstream media launched a series of attacks on the film as
a
Sound of Freedom
colonizable
posed a
planet
direct
has been
challenge to the woke
discovered.
agenda that
Harmony
dominates
research
Hollywood.
team
Rather than
complete.
retreating, Gibson became the film's most outspoken advocate, calling out the hypocrisy of an industry that claims to care about social issues while staying silent on child trafficking.
The recruiters weren't the guys. It wasn't some weird dude in a mask, glasses, and a white van. It was a woman.
Planet item ready. Commerce upgrade complete.
So this 17-year-old girl recruits this 10-year-old and was horrified what happened. So she promises this girl ice cream. But what she finds is a bunch of guys that kidnapped her, shot her full of fentanyl.
Your presence is
She
strong.
had to hear this 10-year-old girl for the next 2 hours gang rape.
In recent interviews, Gibson has been candid in expressing that Hollywood has lost its way, prioritizing political agendas over authentic
Another
storytelling.
planet joins
In a
the
world where
unity.
deviating from the norms
Our will
continues to
shall be
exclude,
done.
Mel has
Harmony
returned
research
stronger
complete.
than ever. For Gibson, the true hypocrisy in Hollywood lies in its readiness to cancel anyone who steps out of line while conveniently ignoring issues when it benefits them.
That's how this town has been running for so long. They'll mute you. They'll try to mute you at all costs.
The anima
Sound of
are
Freedom has
restless.
revealed the flaws in Hollywood's facade, demonstrating that while some commend its courage, many within the industry choose to dismiss it as fear-mongering. However, with support from a global
Mining
audience
upgrade
and
complete.
determination,
Our
the film
vengeance
not only
is
survived, but
yours.
thrived. It has left a lasting impact on the film industry and challenged the norms that Hollywood tries
A
to enforce.
colonizable planet has been discovered.
Very brief. He says women on film, either naked or dead. Both is better.
Harmony research complete.
We
In
shall
today's
overcome.
Hollywood, where conforming
We
to the woke
understand.
narrative often seems more significant than tackling real-world issues, Mel Gibson emerges as a defiant figure. While the industry
Planet
presents itself
item
as
ready.
a beacon of social
What lies
justice,
before
it
us?
frequently prioritizes protecting its image over confronting uncomfortable truths.
Another
By
planet
attempting to
joins the
suppress
unity.
films that challenge their agenda, Hollywood inadvertently amplifies the very messages they seek to downplay. Gibson stands out as an unconventional filmmaker. Unlike the industry's politically correct box-ticking productions, he chooses to tell stories that challenge norms, provoke thought, and stir controversy. For instance, Hacksaw
Your
Ridge
presence
tells the
is
true
strong.
story of Desmond Doss,
Control
a man who
group
saved
created.
75 soldiers during
The
World
anima
War
are
II
restless.
without firing a shot.
Desecrators
The film is
assault
raw,
our
emotionally
world.
gripping, and
We'll
unflinchingly
consider
depicts
it.
the harsh realities of war, contrasting
We are
sharply
listening.
with the sanitized Hollywood
Mining
narrative
upgrade
audiences
complete.
often encounter. The response was overwhelmingly positive. Critics praised it, audiences embraced it, and Gibson received yet another Oscar nomination. More importantly, the film demonstrated that viewers crave authentic, impactful stories, not just those that neatly fit into a politically correct framework.
Harmony
Now, with the
research
Passion of the
complete.
Christ, resurrection on the horizon, Gibson is gearing up to push boundaries even further. This upcoming film, deeply rooted in Christian themes, is anticipated to be just as, if not more, controversial than the original.
We shall
In a
overcome.
Hollywood that often
We
sidesteps or
understand.
dilutes religious content,
Our vengeance
Gibson's
is
bold embrace
yours.
of these themes
Our
distinguishes
will
him from
shall
his
be
peers.
done.
His willingness
We
to
will
create
not be
such a film
exiled
shows
again.
he's unafraid of
Not the easy
controversy
vengeance
and
we
is different to the
imagined.
inevitable backlash.
What lies
It's
before
noteworthy
us?
that Gibson's
For the
colleagues support him
unity,
even when it's
our
unpopular.
confidence
Robert Downey
wavers.
Jr., for example, has openly praised Gibson for his support during a dark time in his life. Downey Jr. recalled how Gibson encouraged him not to lose hope and to find his faith, emphasizing that it didn't need to be his or anyone else's faith as long as it was rooted in
Is their
forgiveness.
demise
This
truly
personal
ordained?
support reveals a different
Not the
side of
easy
Gibson,
vengeance we
one often
imagined.
overshadowed by his
What lies
controversial
before
public
us?
image.
Actually,
With
I
one
asked Mel
voice.
to present
Harmony
this
research
work
tier
with me
complete.
because when I couldn't get sober, he told me not to give up hope, and he urged me to find my faith. Didn't have to be his or anyone else's as long as it was rooted in forgiveness.
Hollywood's response
Mining
to figures
upgrade
like Gibson
complete.
underscores
Harmony
the industry's
research
inherent
complete.
double standards.
Your
When
presence is
celebrities
strong.
such as Dwayne "The
Another
Rock"
planet
Johnson
joins
face
the
accusations of
unity.
scandalous
We
behavior,
shall
including
overcome.
involvement in child
With one
trafficking
voice.
conspiracy theories,
A
reactions
colonizable
are often
planet
mixed.
has been
Some
discovered.
defend them, while others
Glory
quietly
to the
distance
unity!
themselves, but a significant
Glory to
uproar
the
is seldom
unity!
seen. In stark
What lies
contrast,
before
whenever
us?
Gibson critiques woke culture, the backlash is swift and severe, revealing the hypocrisy at play.
Desecrators assault our world.
Cancel culture, world, and cancel culture.
Our vengeance
Culture,
is
this
yours.
culture, that culture, division.
Victory
etc.
is at hand. Cry for mercy.
Mel Gibson refuses
Victory is at hand.
witnessed Hollywood's darker aspects, endured public scandals,
Glory to the unity!
only to emerge stronger with a renewed sense of purpose. For Gibson, this struggle goes beyond
Planet
filmmaking.
item ready.
It's about saving the essence of Hollywood. So what does this
Let the
ongoing
bidding
battle signify for the
commence.
future of the entertainment industry?
Mining
One thing
upgrade
is certain,
complete.
Mel Gibson is
Your
not
presence
going
is
anywhere.
strong.
As Hollywood pushes
We'll
its woke
consider
agenda,
it.
Gibson stands firm, and he is not alone. His films resonate with an increasing audience that feels disconnected
Harmony
from Hollywood's
research
current
complete.
trajectory. His readiness to voice his opinions, even when unpopular or risky, is attracting
A
new fans who
colonizable
appreciate
planet
his
has been
defiance.
discovered.
It does feel different. I think because, I don't know, just because I've been around longer, it's different. I'm more relaxed about the whole thing, because there's no point in being anything else, right?
It's true.
So, I'm not going to get all wound up about it. I'm going to just try and observe.
Yeah.
But the battle is far from over. Hollywood operates as a formidable entity that resists challenges. Yet, Gibson has shown that he is willing to confront powerful figures. Regardless of whether you share his opinions, it's clear that Mel Gibson is making waves. The industry is beginning to feel the strain. As Hollywood seeks to balance artistic freedom with social accountability, Gibson's steadfast opposition to
Our
the woke
will
agenda
shall be
has made him a
done.
contentious
Harmony
figure.
research
Some see him as a
complete.
pioneer
We
pushing
shall
limits,
overcome
while others consider
with
him
one
disconnected
voice.
from current values. What's undeniable is that he is one of the few who
No
dares to
bid.
question the established
You
norm.
missed
Gibson's
out.
resolve to present genuine, provocative narratives despite potential backlash highlights a larger dialogue about
Our
the importance
vengeance
of free
is
expression and
yours.
storytelling in our
Our
culture.
will
I
shall
had a
be
bunch of
done.
Weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going
A
on. because there was
colonizable
lot of stuff I
planet
couldn't
has been
understand.
At
discovered.
its core, Gibson's journey is not merely about challenging Hollywood's values. It's about advocating for a style of storytelling that confronts difficult or unpopular truths. His work resonates with an expanding audience that feels sidelined by the industry's narrowing focus. As Hollywood struggles with its identity, figures like Mel Gibson are compelling
Planet
the industry
item
to
ready.
reassess its priorities and face its own contradictions. Ultimately, whether you agree with him or not, Gibson's influence on Hollywood is undeniable. His resolve to uphold his beliefs serves as a reminder that some voices will always push back against being silenced. What do you think? Is Mel Gibson a visionary filmmaker driving a vital cultural shift? Or is he simply disconnected from the evolving landscape of Hollywood? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more comprehensive updates on this unfolding story.
Our vengeance is yours.
Mining upgrade complete.
This is getting
More
worse.
credits are
I'm kinda curious
required.
about this.
This episode is brought to you by Nebula. Stay tuned for an exciting announcement at the end of the video. Work
is getting
A
worse.
colonizable planet has been
I know
discovered.
that might sound strange. We're very attached to the idea that things
More
just keep
credits
getting
are
better for every
required.
new generation. Like how before there weren't any iPads, but now
There
we
are
all have iPads.
Yep.
Fruit Ninja. Sadly,
Another planet
that steady
joins
march
the
of progress
Unity.
narrative doesn't really hold up. Of course, a lot of things are better now than a few generations ago. Don't get me wrong. However, the unfortunate reality
Civilian
is that there's
structure
a disturbing
complete.
trend with work today.
Not
New
enough
jobs
crystal.
are declining in quality across a lot of different and
Harmony
incredibly
research
important
complete.
metrics.
Okay, let's see it. I
And
think this is probably true, by the way. I mean, everybody's seen like these productivity
Not
graphs.
enough crystal.
And then you see like wage stagnation graphs. Yeah, this is probably. I think this is probably true.
Probably
Your
already know
presence
that.
is strong.
Odds are your job sucks.
We'll consider
but
it.
it's often hard to take that personal experience and put it in the context of a whole economy.
A colonizable planet has
Whatever
been
you're
discovered.
picturing, however
Not
horrible you're
enough
imagining
crystal.
the general state of work being, I guarantee what I'm about to talk about is a lot worse. There's a lot of different ways to measure job quality, but the most obvious one is money. Jobs don't pay as much anymore. For starters, pay has not kept
Yep,
up with
there's the
productivity.
fucking graph.
We produce far more goods and services per hour than we used to, and up to the 70s,
And by the way, this graph, bro, like it's right here. This shit's about to go to here, and this shit's about to go to here. Because the moment that they can automate some of these processes and make one person automating a process
Hostility
do the
research tier
work
complete.
of 5 people.
Civilian structure
You
complete.
think they're, you think that one guy who's automating it, you think they're just gonna pay him 5 times as much? Maybe he'll get like, you know, a $10,000 a year raise.
this increase in productivity tracked almost perfectly
Civilian
with an
structure
increase in hourly
complete.
pay. More productivity equaled more money in the pockets of workers. Since then, however, productivity has gone up every year, by around 75% between then and now. But hourly wages have only risen a tiny 9%. So,
A
where's the
colonizable
money going?
planet has been discovered.
Unsurprisingly, most of the
All
profit
power
generated
to
from
jump
this
drive.
increase in productivity hasn't gone to workers.
Who could have possibly expected that? Wow, I'm sure there's like probably one person in chat that's a surprise to.
It's been captured by the 1%, whose wages have fully gone up an insane 138%.
Hostility research complete.
That's kind of abstract. Let me put it in more concrete terms. This inequality has cost what most Americans consider middle-class families $18,000
We shall
a year.
overcome.
Harmony research complete.
Oh, that sucks.
Hostility
Damn.
research tier complete.
I mean, by the way, this is in 2007. So, like, I mean, that was a while ago. It's like 15 years ago, something like that. And, you know, maybe, realistically, it's probably even worse now.
76K instead of 94. But you're clever. You look at the graphs and you see that even though inequality is some of the worst it's ever been, the line
A
at the bottom is
colonizable
still
planet
going up,
has been
even if
discovered.
just barely.
More credits
But does
are
that mean
required.
wages are rising? Not really. For the bottom 50% of the population,
Hostility
in other words,
research
the average
complete.
American, pre-tax, pre-benefits income has actually gone down by over 6% since 1980. And that's before you factor in the cost of living. That means things
Civilian
like inflation,
structure
which we'll
complete.
get into later. But it also just means what kinds of expenses people are now responsible for that they didn't used to be.
Oh,
Logistics
you got the
upgrade
internet
complete.
Now, you've got
Our
a
will
phone
shall
and
be
a
done.
cell phone.
Civilian
You're
structure
kind of expected to have a
complete.
smartphone. Most people, how many
Harmony
of you guys
research
use
complete.
a smartphone for your
More
job?
credits are required.
There's a lot more of expenses that happen nowadays.
For example, since the 80s, employers have cut down on healthcare benefits.
there you go.
They've
Civilian
also made
structure
job training
complete.
increasingly an
All
individual
power to jump
responsibility.
drive.
Student loan debt has only gotten bigger. The cost of not getting a college degree has only
Planet
grown.
item
And
ready.
yet the benefits of having
I've heard that's not true. Is that people that have you know, a fucking like a it's not that they have only a high school graduate degree. It's just people without college degrees can make more money in trades. I've heard that. But with only a high school diploma and like no certification, no trade school training, yeah, I
What
could see
lies
this
before
for sure.
us? For the unity.
One are only going
Initiating
down.
phase jump.
And this isn't
Harmony
just in
research
education.
complete.
People are
If
needing to
that
take
is
on
our
a
will.
lot more debt for just about everything. And I do mean need. Prices on essential goods
A colonizable
way outpace
planet
wages
has been
year after
discovered.
year. So just to get by, credit has become an essential part of a home budget.
Yeah,
This-
it's crazy. I made a tweet about this. I said, inflation's got my $2 steaks costing $3.
Civilian
and people
structure
make a joke about
complete.
that. Haha, funny. But that's fucking 50% more goddamn money. Let's say you gotta buy 5 steaks a day because you got you got a wife and 4 fucking kids. That's like $5 every fucking day.
We are
People
listening
complain about a sub
with
to
one
WoW,
voice.
it's $15 a month. Think about that. And that's only one thing. It's not like everything else is cheaper. Yeah, it's crazy. You make steak for 4 kids, bro. Well, you see what I'm saying, right? I mean, you're gonna make something else for them. It's just an example. The idea is that prices everywhere have gone up, and it's crazy to me to go to the
Civilian
grocery
structure
store.
complete.
Like, do I have a
Harmony
receipt here?
research
Let me
complete.
see if I can look and see how much shit is over here. I remember I went to California. Gas was $7.
A
And it wasn't
colonizable
$7
planet
and
has
like
been
3 cents, it was
discovered.
$7 and like 63 cents. Holy shit. That is crazy,
Another
man.
planet joins the
Absolutely
unity.
nuts.
This is part of a larger trend within neoliberalism, where responsibility and cost for all sorts of things, like job training, healthcare, and retirement, are shifting increasingly onto the shoulders of individuals who are making less and therefore need to resort to debt
Exotics
to get
have been
I don't
unveiled by our
necessarily think
squires.
that you have to,
Scryer
uh,
visions
you
have
to
revealed an
blame
unexpected
a-
bonus.
Like
Exotics
a
have been
worldview
unveiled by
to
our
this.
scryers.
I think that the real reason why this is happening
Your
is
presence
that
is strong.
it's beneficial for people that have a lot of money
Mining
for
upgrade
it
complete.
for it to happen.
We shall
Like,
overcome.
you think about it, if
We
you're,
understand.
if you're Walmart,
Let the
wouldn't it be
bidding
easier for
commence.
you if you didn't have to pay the employees to get trained and they could just get trained on their own?
More credits are
It sounds like
required.
to save money. I mean, fuck, that could probably the guy who ever thought of that fucking idea. He doesn't have to worry about inflation for the rest of his fucking life.
The anima are restless.
Today, the
Yes,
average
Our
American
will
has
shall be
90
done.
grand worth of debt hanging over their head, and debt as a percentage of income has only gone up since the 50s.
Jesus.
All this
Hostility
has another
research
effect on work.
complete.
Not
Yeah,
only
I know plenty of friends of mine.
A
that had, like,
colonizable
massive
planet
credit
has
card
been
debt.
discovered.
My mom had over
All power to
$100,000
jump
in credit
drive.
card debt. And I
Planet
remember
item
she
ready.
used to get so stressed out about it, so worried about it. And I was like, man, just don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And she's like,
What
well, what if
lies
they come
before
and get
us?
me? I'm like, they're not going
For
to
the
get you.
unity.
Don't worry. What are they going to do?
Initiating phase
And you
jump.
know what? You know what they
The
did?
anima are
Nothing.
restless.
She got away with it. Fuck them. The thing is, like, a lot
We
of
are
these credit
listening
cards and shit like
with
this,
one voice.
they're predatory. So it's like,
No
this is
bid.
always the way. I mean, I've
You
said this
missed
before, right,
out.
is that you got to exist. You got to go out and go to bat for yourself. And you know, if you got to do things that maybe you
Commerce
shouldn't do,
upgrade
or maybe
complete.
things that aren't ethical or whatever, you know, don't go and tell yourself that you're Robin Hood for it. But at the same time, you got to do what you got to do. Isn't that debt yours now? No. No, that's not how it
Another
works.
planet joins the
They
unity.
give loans to people they know
Our
who can't pay
vengeance
it back
is
and collect it
yours.
from insurance.
Our
Well,
will
they-
shall be
no,
done.
so it's even better than that. So
More credits
they
are
give
required.
loans to people that they know that they won't be able
A
to pay
colonizable
it.
planet
Then they
has
collect
been
the money
discovered.
back from the insurance. Then they sell the debt to a third-party agency, and then they write the debt off their taxes.
All power to jump drive.
It's like the worse your decision is, the more money you make.
We are listening
It's crazy.
for the unity.
do we work for
Ah.
less on average, we also work longer. Year over
Our
year,
vengeance
working hours
is
in the US
yours.
have actually remained relatively stagnant. But because
Logistics
wages have gone
upgrade
down in
complete.
practical terms and personal expenses have gone up,
Bro, 1870, holy shit. God damn. Like I think they fucking fixed shit after the Civil War.
with the gutting of social services and costs borne by employers, we spend more of our lives at work. over the past 30 years, the average age of retirement has gone up from 62 to 65.
The anima are
And
restless.
last fall, Republicans actually started floating a plan to push retirement even later by delaying when people can receive full Social Security benefits and Medicare.
That's right.
I actually
That's
remember
right.
this
To
topic
keep the old people working. Thank God.
about a year ago.
We
but
live longer. My understanding is that how long people live flatlined like 30 or 40 years ago.
Doubt
Like, are people
clouds
really
our
living
thoughts.
that much longer than
Is
they
their
were 30
demise
years
truly
ago?
ordained? Is their
I don't
demise
know.
truly ordained?
Yeah, I feel like unless you exercise, yeah, it's still going up. Yeah, but like when it goes up by 1 year, like every 10 years, something like that.
Commerce upgrade
I don't know.
complete. Exotics have been unveiled by our
these kinds of
scryers.
policies actively target poorer
I'm not sure about
Americans
this.
who rely on Social Security and are way more likely to die before reaching retirement age than their wealthier counterparts.
Right, that's the smart thing, is that you don't give them the money until they get older, and then by the time they get older, they're dead, so you don't have to give them the money. Problem solved.
Just so you get an idea of how prevalent this trend is, the same thing
Civilian
just happened in
structure
France as we
complete.
were putting this video together. The country is on fire because, despite disapproval from the overwhelming majority of French people, the neoliberal President Macron
Harmony
raised the
research
retirement
complete.
age by going around the parliament. Like the Republicans did
A
in the fall
colonizable
with their plan
planet
to make
has been
Americans work
discovered.
longer,
Our
Macron cited
confidence
budget
wavers.
concerns and the upcoming insolvency of these retirement funds.
Exotics have
But
been
make no
unveiled by
mistake,
our
the
scryers.
reason
I
the
just,
What lies
it
before
seems
us?
so crazy to me
With
that,
one voice, doubt
Like-
clouds our thoughts.
like in the U.S., for example, we spend how much on bombs?
Exotics
like,
have
we
been
have to
unveiled
raise
by our
Social
scryers.
Security?
Not the easy vengeance we
Like,
imagined.
why not just make less
Is
bombs?
their demise truly ordained? Is their
I mean,
demise
I don't know,
truly
that's-
ordained?
that's-
We will
that
not be
sounds like a
exiled
better
again.
idea to me. What is this?
retirement funds are going to be insolvent isn't because people aren't working hard enough, but because the wealth that they produce isn't going in their pockets or into funding these necessities.
No.
It's going to billionaires. But let's get back on track. None of these trends are helped, by the way, by another aspect of job quality that keeps declining: security. More and more people are being brought into more precarious work on an intermittent, irregular, or contractual basis.
This is happening, like, I think a lot of this happens on the internet where, like, you're
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers. Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Victory is at hand.
Exotics have been
there's
unveiled by our
positives and negatives to
scryers.
that, but I think that even in traditional jobs, it seems like, well, nowadays that this is not true. But like I would say before COVID, it definitely was that if you had a job, you had to be thankful for that job. You could get fucking fired whenever, and you best
Upgrade
be
logistics to
fucking happy that
unlock
you
more
got it.
civilian slots.
The new name for
Exotics
it:
have been unveiled by our
quiet
scryers. More
But for
credits
years
are
now,
required.
companies like Uber
A
and their gig
colonizable
economy
planet
clones
has
I
been
wish I had a
discovered.
job where all I did was come up with stupid fucking terms like that. And it's obvious, like, what is quiet hiring? Let me guess what this is. This is hiring somebody to replace you, but you don't know that's their function. Am I about right with this? Let's see. Yeah. There you go.
have been selling it
coulda
as
guessed?
flexibility.
Harmony research complete.
Jobs
Planet
are less secure
item
today
ready.
than in the past. You're more easily fired. Protections for
Civilian
workers are
structure
less well enforced
complete.
under contractor status.
Logistics upgrade
Unionization is
complete.
either impossible or downright
Our
illegal,
vengeance
and neither
is
pay
yours.
nor benefits are nearly as good, with the latter rarely ever being provided. And it's not restricted to just one or two sectors of the economy. These jobs are everywhere.
Civilian structure complete.
3% of people between 18 and 34 and who work in the gig economy
Civilian
do
structure
so as their
complete.
primary income source.
Oh, yeah.
And according to a Princeton study,
Our will shall be
94%
done.
of the net
We
employment
are
growth in the
listening.
U.S. between 2005 and 2015 has been in, quote, alternative work arrangements, meaning
That's called OnlyFans.
independent contractors, temp work, and freelancing are basically the
Yeah.
only new jobs our economy is producing.
A colonizable
The
planet has been
consequences are bleak.
discovered.
Unreliable work comes with a lot of insecurity. We know that capitalism regularly spirals into recession, around every 5 years at this point.
Civilian structure
So, with the
complete.
likelihood of a recession
Our
in 2023
vengeance is
seemingly
yours.
already high, 80% of U.S. workers, according to one study, is worried about losing their job.
See, this is smart.
Our will shall be done.
Now the company, because for a while there, you had all these people that weren't showing up to their job.
Civilian structure complete.
Nobody's showing up to their job.
Hostility research complete.
Once everybody gets fired, you can't make any money, you can't eat, then you're going to have to show up.
Civilian structure complete.
And then by the time you come back, Flippy's there, he took your job. And he doesn't give a fuck about a union. He works every day. He never shows up to work high.
Regardless of the exact number today, this kind of anxiety about job security under neoliberal capitalism is always widespread.
Yeah.
And it's another variable
Harmony
that makes work
research
worse.
complete.
Workers are constantly worried about keeping their job, so they exercise wage
We are
restraints.
listening
They don't ask
for
for a
the
pay raise
unity.
despite needing it because they're worried it could get them fired.
Exactly.
This isn't helped
A
by the fact that
colonizable
neoliberal
planet has been
politicians
discovered.
actively promote this wage restraint behavior by lying to people about the relationship between wages and
all
inflation.
power to jump drive.
In case you're wondering,
We
by the
shall
way,
overcome
wages and inflation
for the
aren't
unity.
related. The wage price spiral is BS. You can get a raise without making inflation worse. Here's a study.
Well, of course that's fucking true. Like, anybody would know that.
More credits are
It's
required.
like, people always use this dumb fucking argument with restaurants. They said, well,
we dare not stray from our path.
You know, if we didn't pay the workers, we didn't pay the waiters.
Not the
$2
easy
an
vengeance we
hour,
imagined.
Everything in the restaurant
Is their
would be
demise
so fucking
truly
expensive,
ordained?
Nobody'd be able to
Is
eat
their
there.
demise
And it's
truly
like, well,
ordained?
We are so lucky that we live
Not
in
the
America,
easy vengeance we imagined.
the only country
Is
with
their
restaurants.
demise truly ordained? Is their demise
Wow.
truly ordained?
Isn't
We
that
will
a
not be
surprise?
exiled
That's
again.
Crazy, isn't it? Oh my God, so lucky. Yeah, nowhere else has this. That is crazy.
On that.
Not the easy vengeance we imagined.
Scryers have located a divine artifact. Behold its power. Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Proof is on
We
the
will
bottom,
not
page
be
5,
exiled
top of
again.
page 6.
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Look,
We
if
are
that
listening.
wasn't enough.
Civilian
Things
structure
wasn't back there
complete.
From declining job quality. either.
Initiating phase
Child
jump.
labor laws are starting
Logistics
to come down
upgrade
all across the
complete.
country.
Civilian structure complete.
Right? Because
Our
now you can
confidence
get the kids to work
wavers.
for you in
Harmony
Minecraft
research complete.
or in Roblox.
If that is our will.
So it's
not
like,
the
you know,
easy
the kids
vengeance we
yearn for the
imagined.
coal mines.
Is their demise
It's
truly
just the
ordained?
mines are in Roblox now
Harmony
instead of
research tier
Wisconsin.
complete.
Glory to the unity!
Economic policy institutes
Victory is
and
at
states
hand.
are introducing or
We
have
shall
already passed
overcome
legislation
with
weakening
one
child
voice.
labor laws,
There it is.
despite the fact that violations of child labor protections are actually on the rise. Saying it like that is a little vague.
We
Let me read you some
understand.
details off the list of these bills.
Okay.
In Arkansas, a bill was passed that eliminates age verification and parent-guardian permission
Our
requirements.
vengeance is
In Iowa and
yours.
Minnesota, bills were introduced to lift restrictions on hazardous work. And in
Yeah, that's smart because the kids are stupid. And so they would work a job that could get them hurt, but an older person might not be that stupid. So
Another
what's the
planet
solution?
joins the
Well,
unity.
Let kids do it so that way you can get the job done. Problem solved.
In all these states, bills were introduced
how it
or
is.
enacted that
The
extended
children
working
yearn
hours
for the
for
mines,
minors. And I know that right now you're probably thinking of kids in their late teens working the register or in fast food kitchens. Jobs that are grueling but often get depicted as easy. Those aren't
I'm
the
gonna be real. Like, I think like working in fast food is like the hardest job, man. Like, I've never seen somebody work so like, look at Gordon Ramsay. Bro, this guy has like more fucking
Our
lines
vengeance
on his
is
face
yours.
than a Navy SEAL.
We'll consider it. We shall
Like,
overcome.
and the thing is, like, working in a kitchen like that, holy shit. You're up all the time. You're dealing with fucking bullshit customers constantly. People arguing with you, fighting with you. It's hot. It's stressful. You sit down.
A
somebody's
colonizable
up
planet
fucking
has been
complaining.
discovered.
It's nuts, man. I would never
Planet
wanna work in
item
food
ready.
service. I did for about
Our
a week,
vengeance is
and it was
yours.
awful.
only jobs kids are doing right now.
We are
And they're a
listening
lot younger
with
than what
one
you're picturing.
voice.
For example, in their report,
Initiating
UBI mentioned
phase jump.
violations happening in
Hostility
meatpacking
research
facilities,
complete.
where over 100 kids between 13 and 17 are working illegal overnight shifts.
My dad was one of those kids. He worked at a slaughterhouse whenever he was a
Harmony
kid.
research complete.
Yep, there it is.
Handling dangerous chemicals, and quote, cleaning
Upgrade
razor
logistics
sharp
to unlock
saws
more
and other
civilian
high-risk
slots.
equipment on slaughterhouse kill floors.
Yep, he said people cut their fingers off, they wouldn't even know it because the knives would be so sharp.
It's giving the 21st
We shall
century a real
overcome.
cool retro 1900s vibe.
Yeah.
But it gets even worse in agriculture, where 33 kids are injured every day in the US because so long as they have parental authorization, 14-year-olds get to use machetes and work with dangerous pesticides for unlimited hours with barely any sort of safety regulations in place.
And you think that, like, this is not going to be a problem, but here's how it becomes a
Logistics
problem.
upgrade
Is that
complete.
whenever they have these
For the
pesticides,
unity.
and this causes lifelong
Your presence
issues
is strong.
because they're not fully, their body, their physiology isn't fully developed. 30 years later, we're going to have to pay for medical care for these people because they're fucked up. So
We
it's,
are
again,
exiles
it's
no
not
longer.
a good idea.
Civilian structure complete.
Oftentimes, by the way, making less than minimum wage.
Your
How fun
presence is
that?
strong.
Speaking
Control
of demanding
group
work,
created.
let's turn back to France for a second, because they actually measure the intensification of work over there.
Okay.
Back in the 80s, around 12% of French salaried workers had a physically strenuous job. Now, 40 years later, with all
Our
the
will
developments we've
shall
made in
be
automation
done.
that should make work easier, that number's gone up to 34%. And it's
Well,
not
because you make you make one person do 5 jobs. That's what it is. It's that simple. Like, this is the same. My dad, after he retired, he retired from the IRS. He's like, oh, maybe I might work
All
at Home
power
Depot
to
just
jump
to
drive.
get out of the house.
Civilian
And then
structure
he went there and he
complete.
talked to some people
Harmony
that worked
research
at Home Depot,
complete.
and he said that the Home Depot's got them doing.
More credits are required.
They've got these workers doing inventory, and there used to be people that did inventory.
More credits
at Home
are
Depot,
required.
but they fired all the people that did the inventory, and now the guys that are supposed to walk around and tell people where the fucking chainsaws
Exotics
are,
have been
well, they're
unveiled
also
by
doing
our
inventory at the
scriers.
same time.
Civilian structure
Problem
complete.
Not just physical strain. Over the same time period, the number of salaried workers with a mentally strenuous job went up from 6 to 35%.
God.
If we can assume that these numbers are relatively generalizable to a similarly developed country like the US, more Americans, contrary to the popular narrative, have
By the
harder.
way, I
We'll
think
consider it.
It will be a good thing.
Civilian
in the long
structure
run that this is
complete.
happening, because I don't think that these companies are they're gonna give any ground.
Hostility
I don't
research
think the
complete.
solution to this is pay people more
Research
money.
rate upgrade
It is
complete.
in the short run, but in the long run, the solution
Our
to
will
this
shall
is
be
you have
done.
to have
We shall overcome.
universal basic income, because automation is going to replace 90% of these fucking jobs in 30 years anyway. You build the infrastructure for it now so it doesn't create a society collapse in 20 years. Now, it might be sooner than that. It certainly seems like it's sooner than that. They won't do UBI. I think that people will have a very different outlook on it once enough of their jobs are removed from the economy. You'd be surprised at how fast the cultural conversation shifts once people,
Civilian structure
people are
complete.
actually affected by it on a daily basis.
Civilian structure
Not
complete.
easier jobs.
Slavery's coming back.
By and large,
in a big
the
way.
increase in productivity, the leaner operations, and the more efficient pace of work that came with advanced technology mean a lot more intensive a turnaround for workers today than at any other point in
Exotics have
history.
been unveiled by our
Let's give up
squires.
the national lens
More
for a second.
credits are
A lot of
required.
the idea that work keeps improving probably comes from the fact that the US has moved from a manufacturing and manual labor economy to a service economy.
Yeah.
Jobs that are widely and unfairly considered easy. But let's, for the sake of argument, say they are easier.
Okay.
Just because Americans aren't in factories
We
as
shall
much as before
overcome.
This
doesn't
is the problem, is that there's a lot of dumb fucking people out there. There's people like, 100 IQ is the average. So half of the people are below 100. And there's a good double-digit percentage that's below 90.
Research
Well,
rate
what, are all
upgrade
these
complete.
people not going to have jobs? Well, they're not going to like that. Fuck. If you tell them you can't have a job now, and you're gonna basically be a fucking slave, What's the surprise? Never they go and burn down the store.
Hostility research complete.
I mean, you're fucking, you've been removed from your dignity, from your, the ability to pursue your own happiness, and it's just because you're not that smart. That's it. That's life. Not everybody's gonna, make the cut. And if you don't there's gonna be people that don't make the cut. And if the people that don't make the fucking cut, there's enough of them, there's gonna be some
research
fucking problems,
complete.
man.
Another planet joins the Unity.
Work hasn't gotten better. All the
Somebody says IQ doesn't measure shit.
Defilers encroach upon us.
I don't have a lot of examples to disprove
What lies
what you're
before
saying,
us?
other than common sense.
With one
but
voice,
one example that I can
doubt
use is
clouds
that
our
if
thoughts.
your IQ is below a certain level, the U.S. military will not add you into the military because any job that you can do, basically, they masked it out, and on average, you will cost them more money than you will make them.
We dare not stray from our path.
So yeah,
if that is our will.
There are a number of that's one example. I don't have a lot of other ones. I think that there are very few times that IQ is measured in a specific way. At the extremes, IQ does work.
Doubt clouds our thoughts.
Happened is
That
that
path
these
is
factory
perilous.
jobs have been thrown onto other people's backs who just happen to live in other countries.
Mm-hmm. Research rate upgrade complete.
By eliminating
Exotics
factory
have been
labor,
unveiled
but
by our
having
scryers.
to force open foreign markets to American and European capital so that they could be the ones to take on this burden. Because when companies move their manufacturing overseas, it's usually to take advantage of lower wages and less stringent safety requirements. Once again, worsening job quality.
Yeah, of course. What do you
Hostility
think? They go over
research
to Malaysia
complete.
Because they want to help them out? No, they want to get Happy Meal toys for a penny. What the hell do you think? Idiot. Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. IQ is not automatically equal. Bro, people always get involved with their, they always get involved with these IQ conversations.
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Most jobs that will be replaced, I think, a lot of them at least, are going to be jobs that do not require abstract thought. I think that this is just generally the case. This has always been the case. It's been the case ever up until now, at least. Is that jobs that don't require a lot of abstract thought are the ones that are more easily replaced because you can distill that process down
We are
to something
listening.
that's more one-dimensional.
We understand.
Desecrators assault our
IQ
world.
is a tool that measures
For the unity,
many things, one of which
our
is the
vengeance
capacity for
is
abstract
yours.
thought.
Our will shall be done.
Why are we pretending like, on average, a person with 130 IQ is going to have the same job possibilities as a person with 90 or 75 IQ?
More credits are
What are we
required.
doing here? Everybody knows this isn't true. I don't care about the exceptions.
Your
You're
presence
talking about
is
affecting
strong.
millions of people. Millions of people are not going to be the exception.
We await your
It's
command.
a gear score in real
The
life.
Unity
Yeah, exactly.
has fallen silent on one of our planets.
What most of these trends find in common is the shift in the balance of power away from workers and towards capitalists, the owners of businesses. The more power capitalists have, the more they're able to extract profit from workers
Research
by any
rate
means.
upgrade complete.
Hence, jobs get worse.
Yep.
As evidence of this shift, just look at unionization trends.
By the
More
way,
credits
this is
are
just
required.
capitalism. I am definitely a capitalism enjoyer. Let me tell you that the kings back in the day, it's the same system. I believe that it doesn't matter
Our
what
vengeance
system you
is
use,
yours.
greed finds a way.
Since around the 60s, unionization has gone way down, and in perfect mirror image, the share of income held by the top 10% has gone up.
Yeah.
But this growth of capitalist power isn't limited to unionization. Capitalists in the neoliberal era have helped to elect politicians that weaken workers in every imaginable way.
Thank God.
Politicians that strip away social safety nets, like
Our
Reagan
will
and Clinton,
is
that weaken bargaining
transcendent.
power and defund the NLRB, like Trump, that force open foreign
The
countries'
anima are
borders to
restless.
American companies, like what's happened in East Asia and Latin America, All of these things contribute to creating a more vulnerable, less powerful workforce that can be taken advantage of more easily.
We are ready.
Exactly, and they don't have the social programs.
Defilers
so
encroach upon us.
Power. It's not like they can just leave their job and live off the government. They have to eat shit.
Employed or underemployed, that year after year has
Harmony
to contend with
research
more and
complete.
more obstacles to living a comfortable life. Through these combined efforts, capitalists are able to wield more power in negotiations with workers,
Hostility
push wages
research
down,
complete.
strip their access to healthcare, union bust indiscriminately, and personally accumulate wealth.
A colonizable planet has
in
been
all of
discovered.
human history.
Well, it's also that people don't like what we're seeing here in like the society now.
Production of the item is complete.
What we're seeing is that one of the worst things if you are trying to make money is a free market. A free market is so bad for profit because that means that people can come in and undercut you. Like, for example, back in the day, I used to play WoW. I played WoW a lot. I still do. Every single time a new guild would kill Mythic Garrosh, I would message the guild master or the raid leader. I'd say, congratulations, you killed the boss. We're selling the mount for 800,000 gold.
Harmony
We're
research
hoping that you
complete.
can also sell it for 800,000 gold. That sound good? Great. All right, that'll be good for both of us. And that was it. And the mount was 800,000 gold. And its price fixing is so good. It's like the reason why price fixing is against the law in real life is because it works. Do you think they wouldn't make it against the law if it didn't work?
A colonizable planet has
also,
been
like,
discovered.
It's illegal. Well, number one, whenever you are a billionaire, you don't really have to follow the law most of the time. And whenever you do, you make $7 billion
Hostility
profit
research
and you
complete.
get a $100 million fine.
Your presence is strong.
Wow. Justice is served. What a surprise.
And none of this is to romanticize the 50s or some bygone era, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Those were not good times for anyone who's not
Desecrators
like
assault our world.
this.
We await
Trying
your
to turn
command.
back the clock isn't
Harmony
going to solve
research
any of these
complete.
problems.
No.
The seeds of declining job quality
The
were
Unity
already
has
there
fallen
back
silent
then.
on one of our planets.
You
Like, what
recreate
you're
it.
saying is like if you're black or something's fucking like some other
Production
like,
of the item is
something's
complete.
different with you, it's bad. Like I think obviously when people romanticize the 50s, they're not saying let's bring back segregation. I think that you
Planet
can
item ready.
disconnect these two ideas, or at least
A colonizable
person
planet
with,
has
again,
been discovered.
IQ over
Hostility
75 can
research
probably do
complete.
that. However, there's a lot of people that are below that and they're very loud on the internet.
A New Deal social democracy in the US today, and within a couple of years, it'll melt back into neoliberalism because it isn't a solution that takes away capitalist power, nor their need to make profits at all costs. The balance of power of the 50s was nothing more than a temporary compromise that only held while capitalists were satisfied. Bottom line is, we're not going to find a solution in some mythologized past. It's only going to be when people have actual collective autonomy to make economic
Harmony
decisions
research
and aren't
complete.
forced to generate profits for a small group of wealthy
Your
businessmen
presence is
that work
strong.
can actually and durably improve. If you only take one...
The problem with people having their own ability to generate profit is that most people, I don't think, would do that.
We are exiles no longer.
Yeah, that's just not
Planet
what happens.
item ready.
And then every time that the people, here's the thing, every time the people rise up, what do the wealthy people do? Well, they pay half of the poor people to kill the other half of the poor people. Problem solved. And, you know, it repeats itself and that's it. And the thing is, what's so crazy is it just keeps working. It's not like people ever figure this one out. They just keeps happening over and over and over.
Thing away from this video.
We
let it be
await
this.
your command.
Your job will never truly
Civilian
improve
structure
under capitalism.
complete.
So long as the profit
Hostility
motive-
research
I don't
complete.
like that outlook. I think that's wrong. I think that you should still try to improve your job. To say that, I think, is silly. Truth is that there's a lot of people who have improved their job under capitalism. How many of you guys have improved your job in the last 5 years? I'm sure there's some of you. So you can't really make a sweeping statement as if this isn't the case. And I think also a lot of times people have the outlook that because things are stacked against them or because things are unfair, that they can never get out from under them. Well, guess what? You still can, even if it's harder. And if you don't want to,
commerce upgrade complete.
There's things holding you back. But at the end of the day, your own happiness, your own success is up to you. Nobody else gives a shit about it. So
hostility research
take
complete.
For it and solve
Civilian
your own
structure
problems,
complete.
Nobody else is going to do it either.
Guiding principle of every...
Yeah, I think this is a very good... Yeah, he's probably looking at it from a macro scale, not micro scale. Yes, like his macro analysis, I would say, is probably accurate. And I think that it's even that is inaccurate because I think it'll keep getting worse. But on a micro level, on an individual level, I don't think this is true. I don't like the defeatism of it whenever people personalize this advice. I think that's a much better way to say it, yeah.
Business. Safety, working conditions, and basic human dignity will always be an afterthought. If we want to get to a place where we can take pride in our work, enjoy a good work-life balance, and use new technology for the benefit of all workers...
Production of the item is complete. Hostility research complete.
I don't think this is gonna. I don't think that's gonna solve it. I think that if they get rid of capitalism and they use something else, it'll just be the same thing. I think also, like, whenever you say capitalism,
harmony research
people
complete.
think capitalism is one thing. People think that it's free market. I think that, whenever you say capitalism, people might look at the current state of affairs in the U.S., but I think that there's a lot of arguments.
Your presence is strong.
Really capitalism, I mean, fuck, we have social security.
The anima are
many
restless.
Things that aren't capitalism.
Control group
so
created.
I don't think that it's really a solution.
Our vengeance
of
is
ditching
yours.
capitalism or only having socialism. I think it's about taking.
Mining
stop
upgrade
attaching
complete.
yourself to labels.
We'll consider
and,
it.
Look at what works.
I mentioned at the beginning of the episode that I had an exciting announcement.
Okay.
As of today, both the Deprogram and First Thought will be available on Nebula. I've gotten a lot of requests to host them both on the platform, so I hope you're excited to see them added to the roster. If you'd like to help support...
I think that, again, if you want to make an argument against capitalism, I feel like...
Hostility
is life
research
better
tier
in
complete.
China for people?
Hostility research complete.
I think life is probably pretty bad for a lot of people in China. They're getting worked to death constantly. They're not even able to go home. Like, yeah, I clearly don't think so. For a lot of people, China's extremely capitalist. Well, what would you give an example? Like, give me an example of a culture that's
All
not
power to
capitalist.
jump
and
drive.
Why is it not capitalist? Yeah, why is it not capitalist? Let's see here. There's no
commerce upgrade
culture,
complete.
that's the pain. Yeah, I don't understand this. There's no successful non-capitalist country. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people say North Korea. Okay, that's it. All right. Yeah,
harmony
I'm sure
research
things are going
complete.
great over there. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how the Scandinavian countries do things. I think they exist in a free market, and there are. I think that you can have a free market while having social programs that create a social safety net. Like that's basically my viewpoint on things, is that you should probably have a free market where people can buy and sell and trade with pretty much complete freedom, while at the same time there is a social safety net. Is that capitalism? Is it socialism? No, it's neither. It's both. There's a lot of good things about a free market. I think the truth is that if you look at
whatever the
unity
wills
back maybe 100 years ago, because we had capitalism, by the way, we had capitalism in the 1930s. It's not like we didn't, bro. Like it's called the Gilded Age. It was so bad. Maybe that was actually a bit before then, but point's still the same. It's like this is, there's been this stuff for years. It's always been like this in the U.S. So, like, looking at the last, 100 years and then saying, well, because these are bad, the last 50 years, well, these are bad, then capitalism is bad. I don't really think that's accurate, because capitalism's been around for hundreds of years now. So, I mean, I think that it's a very reductive way of looking at things to just get rid of capitalism. Because what does
Hostility
that mean?
research complete.
How does that make
Mining upgrade complete.
Like whenever you say get rid of capitalism, what do you really mean by that? And I think that these terminologies and this language is very useless. Let's see here.
Production of the item is complete.
What did he talk about? Yeah, what was the what did he talk like? I feel like there wasn't really a lot of solutions here. Child labor's bad. I mean, yeah, sure, but that's not going to solve the problem. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do anything.
Your presence is strong.
I didn't talk about any actionable solutions or policies. Yeah, I mean, again, I think that there are a lot of people, and this is, I think, one of the ways that people like this shoot themselves
Logistics
in the foot
upgrade complete.
is that they don't really work towards, like, you can make an argument like what he's making.
Hostility research complete.
Whenever you don't really
Harmony
provide
research
an alternative
complete.
solution, it's not really very substantive. There's not really a lot of substance to it, I would say.
Not enough crystal.
All these channels, the best possible way you can do that is by signing up for Nebula with the link below.
Yeah.
Nebula is home to content from all your favorite creators, and it's a place where we can experiment and produce the content we really want to make, without the fear of age restriction or demonetization. If you've ever listened to the deprogram, you understand why it's always demonetized. That's why I'm so glad we have Nebula. We can be honest, we can have fun, we can produce content for people to enjoy without having to choose our words carefully to avoid age restriction or demonetization. And now, if you sign up with my link, you'll also get access to the new Nebula classes, where creators host classes on how to be a creator. There's something for everyone.
Civilian structure
And it's
complete.
another way for you to take a peek behind the scenes and see what really goes into
That's a
making
good
content.
camera.
Your favorite creators teaching you how to create. In my opinion, that's
Mine's
pretty
getting a
cool.
new camera. I've thought about
Here's
getting
the
a new one.
heartfelt part. Every person who signs up using my link is directly contributing to the financial stability of this operation. That second thought, the deprogram, and first thought. None of this would be possible
Civilian
without the
structure
generosity
complete.
of viewers like you, especially since pretty much all my sponsors have bailed.
Civilian
And it
structure
does take a huge
complete.
investment to keep the lights
I think
on.
that's disappointing. You know, while
Civilian structure
while I'm
complete.
definitely a capitalism
Research rate
enjoyer,
upgrade complete.
I support this guy, and you know, like if he wants to have another outlook on
Civilian
things,
structure complete.
I
Exotics
totally
have been
support that. I think
unveiled
that's
by
okay.
our
It sucks
squires.
that sponsors
Civilian structure
push you out on
complete.
that stuff.
Not enough crystal.
I mean, he's not a bad guy. This isn't a bad dude. He's not he's not trying to hurt somebody here. He's just talking about what he believes in. There's nothing wrong. It's just
The
it
anima
sucks.
are restless.
If you sign up
Civilian
using the link
structure
below,
complete.
you'll get access to Nebula
Hostility
and Nebula
research
classes
complete.
for under $3 a month. With my link, the annual plan is just $30 a year, or $2.50 a month. I honestly think that's an amazing deal for all the great content on Nebula.
Harmony
So if you'd
research
like to help
complete.
support my work and get access to the streaming platform built and owned by the creators,
Not
sign up
enough
for Nebula
crystal.
using my link below. It really does help support me and educational.
Nebula is creator owned.
Civilian structure complete.
I don't know anything about this. I whenever I hear a buzzword like that, look, my mom told me when I was 5 years old that Jonah lived in a fish in the Bible. I said, no, there's no way he could live in a fish. How could he breathe? I am an extremely skeptical person. Anytime I hear anything, I'm like, nah, there's no way. So I don't know if I believe that.
Planet item ready.
Creators all across YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like. If you hated it, a thumbs down. You can watch my other content by following the links on
Harmony
your screen.
research complete.
Thanks for watching.
Hostility
I'll see you next
research
time.
complete.
There you go.
Logistics
Let's see here.
upgrade
It's been actually a good
complete.
platform. People,
Harmony
like
research
Windover and
complete.
Real Life War,
Let the
are right
bidding
there. We're good for them.
commence.
Let's see here. I'll
Civilian
I'll
structure
read a few comments
complete.
about this. I know
Harmony
people are
research
probably
tier
pretty
complete.
opinionated.
Hostility research
Yeah,
complete.
let's talk
Exotics
about it
have
for a
been
few minutes.
unveiled by our squires.
Did Ross
No
Crash Gus says
bid.
capitalism is bad,
You
then runs
missed
bad?
out.
Well, you have
We
to.
are
I mean, the
exiles
truth
no
is that-
longer.
Hostility research complete. Harmony research complete. We await your command.
Like, for example,
Harmony research complete.
We are
can you
exiles no
actively
longer.
climate
Civilian
change
structure
while
complete.
at the same
Whatever
time
the
not
unity
participating
wills.
in it yourself?
Hostility research complete.
You don't drive
We
cars,
are
you don't
ready.
use airplanes, you don't do
Civilian
anything,
structure
right?
complete.
I think that
Your
expecting
presence
a
is
person,
strong.
This is, I said
Control
this many
group
times,
created.
expecting a
Our
person
will
to live
is
according to their
transcendent.
ideals whenever they don't
Harmony
have to is
research
always a
complete.
mistake. If living according to other ideals is better for them circumstantially. I am very much a realist with this kind of stuff. I don't think this devalues what people are saying because I don't really take what they're saying to be some ideological position.
Hostility
in the first place.
research tier complete.
It's not that, yeah.
We
there's
are ready.
Activists, many people are activists until they have the opportunity to do otherwise. It's not that big of a surprise. It doesn't really upset me.
Whatever the unity
capitalism,
wills.
it's unchecked capitalism.
Our will
any
is
unchecked system will never work.
transcendent.
I think so
Our
too.
will
I
is
think that
transcendent.
capitalism is really
We
a
await your
problem here. I think
command.
that if you go and,
All right,
you
you
look at
twisted me
systems
arm.
and the way of life
Hostility
back
research
before
complete.
capitalism,
We cannot
I
build
think that
there.
you'll see some
Done and dusted.
Our will
You'll see
is
some inequality.
transcendent. Our will is transcendent. Additional cornea is needed.
inequality.
Production
like
of the
a
item is
crazy,
complete.
Fucking insane level of inequality. So yeah, serfdom was great. Yeah, well,
Harmony
I hope
research
you like it.
complete.
It's coming back very soon. Let's see here. My honest opinion, arguing with this capitalism or any isms is a fucking loop. There's no system that will work for everyone. Exactly. So yeah, I think that the truth
Hostility
is that,
research complete.
free markets.
We
I
are
think are
ready.
great.
Time to
Also,
bid. Place am I.
As I said, the first thing that people who
We
are in
await
free
your
markets
command.
do is they make them not free. That's the first thing they fucking do. Because if it's a free
We
market,
are
then other
ready.
people can compete with you. So you want to
We'll consider it.
fucking shut them
We
down.
have lost
and
access
this
to
is
the
free
middle
market
market.
because you're free to make
Whatever
as
the
much money as
unity
you want. That's what you
wills.
really meant by free
Let
market,
this
right?
be a
I mean,
lesson.
come on.
Next time, pay up.
So yeah,
Harmony
capitalism
research
lies to lies.
complete.
It's comfortable enough to spend all your time complaining about it. Well, I think that if, as I said, I think that the inevitable conclusion to society is that most people will not work, and I don't know, people. Can
Production
live
of the
slaves, they
item
get
is
paid to
complete.
exist, government can
Hostility
kill them. I don't know
research
what's gonna
complete.
happen. But
The
either
anima
way,
are restless.
the way that we're living now
Harmony research
is,
complete.
the days of this lifestyle are numbered.
We
And
sense
too
that
few
an
people
enemy
realize
has
that.
fallen. Their impurities no longer risk
No, I'm
polluting
not
the
kidding.
unity.
I'm not kidding,
Control
guys. I
group
think it's
created.
gonna happen.
Harmony
I might
research
sound like a
complete.
crazy person, but I think time will prove me right. But I guess we'll just have to find out. Yeah, that's about it. Funny how no one mentions an
Harmony
alternative.
research
only the capitalism is
complete.
bad. Well, I think that again, like thinking about ideals is nice, but
Hostility research complete.
actionable behavior is more important. Not enough regulation. What? There's too much regulation.
Civilian structure
Well, it's
complete.
both. So
Time to
there's
bid.
a lot of
Place
regulation.
am I.
So what regulation?
Civilian
is used
structure
for
complete.
Large companies
Hostility
push
research
for
complete.
oppressive regulation to pull the ladder up on emerging companies in the same business.
Let this be
so
a
it's harder
lesson.
for those
Next
companies to
time,
compete
pay
with them.
up.
While at the
Civilian
same time,
structure
there are
complete.
not enough
Harmony
regulatory
research
fucking,
complete.
Our vengeance is
tools
yours.
to stop these other
We'll
companies from
consider
doing
it.
things that save money. So both
You
things
won
are
us
true.
over with your fancy
Sorry to
words
say.
and your coin.
Any politics?
You won us
It's about
over
throw
with your
rocks. It's just
fancy
upsetting you.
words
It's too bad.
and your coin.
Yeah, doesn't have a good plan for an entire
All right,
upheaval of an
you
economic
twisted
system.
me arm.
Well, I'm not
Done and
expecting a
dusted.
20-minute YouTube to have a good plan
Hostility
for an entire
research
upheaval of an
complete.
economic system, but you can't just say something's bad and then be like, well, this is like
Production
here's me
of
as
the
a
item is
skeptical-
complete.
I consider myself a rational person. I hear capitalism is bad, and I think about before there was capitalism, and I think about what I know about history, and I think to myself, man, that sounds a lot worse than what we have now. So that's the way my brain works.
We are ready.
So yeah.
Harmony research
I mean, sure,
complete.
if somebody's got another idea, that's great, but like this seems like pretty much the best one we've got so far. Replica a cybersexual disaster. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh
Civilian
boy.
structure
I did a
complete.
video about an AI text application called Replica. That video was extremely popular as far as my individual channel is concerned, garnering north of 1 million views thus far, and picking back up again more recently, but with a number of months having passed by and a series of developments taking
The
place,
Unity
I think it's time
senses
for a
that an
follow-up
enemy
video.
has finished a
The situation's
powerful
gone from
warship.
hilarious to downright fascinating, no telling what happens next. Here's the
Join the millions who have already met their AI soulmates.
Hostility research complete.
And I'll try to keep it as
Defense
brief as possible
upgrade
since my
complete.
original coverage linked down below discussed
Harmony
all of this in
research
much more detail.
complete.
Replica is an AI companion app that was originally built as a mental health program.
Right.
Heavily advertised as an option for helping with social anxiety and loneliness, originally at least, Replica was able to capitalize on a growing epidemic of loneliness in America, resulting in dramatic adoption rates among users.
Production of the
18 to
item is
25.
complete.
I'll spare everyone.
So like these are like college students that are doing this. Oh my god. What the fuck? This is so crazy. I love this. Wow.
The technical research that was covered prior in the first video, but the gist of it is this. Loneliness affects a disproportionate and growing number of young adults in America. Those young adults are then susceptible to dramatically increased
Hostility research complete.
often seeing heightened risk of certain medical conditions and other harmful side effects, because human beings...
That's crazy. Like, let me go
We
back
are
and look at that.
exiles no longer.
See if I can change that.
Your
Acute
presence
social
is strong.
isolation evokes
Military structure
midbrain
complete.
craving response similar to hunger.
Control group created.
What the fuck? God damn.
Human beings, by and large, absolutely need social interaction to maintain psychological health. In a world where that type of
Well, that
interaction
explains
is
a
more
lot.
complicated and difficult than ever before, Replica decided to create and monetize a text bot application that replaces human interaction with neural network deep learning.
Nice.
Simultaneously
Military
advertising
structure
itself as a
complete.
mental health and wellness application, which has, I believe, as of making this
Harmony
video,
research
tens
complete.
of millions of downloads.
Complete. Military structure complete.
Replica,
Not enough
okay.
crystal. Hostility
3.2,
research
yep,
complete.
There it is. It's accurate. Right here.
Control group created.
10+ million
Place your
downloads.
boots, you scallywag.
Holy shit! And there's
Not
like a bunch
enough
more
crystal.
of them.
We are exiles no
Holy
longer.
fuck, look at this one. It's called iGirl, Virtual AI Girlfriend. Your loving AI girlfriend. Create a girl of
Our
your dreams.
vengeance
Fulfill
is
your
yours.
desires. Become closer.
Control
create
group
your own
created.
story. Oh
We'll
my god!
consider
And it
it.
has a 4.3 rating too. Holy shit! This app has tried to fill the void since chatbots.
Military structure complete.
Ever since Replica
The
decided to
completion
drop
of this
ERP.
item makes us stronger.
Sadly, it has been unsuccessful. The AI cannot remember previous messages and often generates very bizarre responses. Okay.
Hostility research complete.
Okay, so I'm trying to
You were
I'm trying to
outbid, you
figure out how to
scurvy
customize
dog.
the girl's appearance. It gives the option on the top right corner, and it just gives status, name, gifts, and
We await your
personality.
command.
I asked the AI girl, and she just repeated the same option. I asked
Defense
for
upgrade
40.
complete.
So he wanted to give
Whatever
her
the
bigger
Unity
titties,
wills.
but he could only give her gifts and a name
anima
and a
are restless.
personality. He didn't like that, so he rated the app a 1 star.
Harmony research complete.
By itself alone, as the Apple Store showcases over 200,000 individual reviews, with Apple
Wow.
itself being the
That's a
dominant
lot.
mobile operating system in America above Android and Google.
Uh-huh.
Effectively, the app has become massively popular. That's all fine until you realize a couple of key things. For starters, Replica was designed by a woman named Genya Quita. I'm pretty sure that's a mostly accurate pronunciation of her name, but I
Okay.
apologize if it's not.
Well,
Genya
it's made by a woman, guys. That's the problem. Obviously, it's here to trick you and lie to you. I knew it, brothers. Stay strong.
We are exiles no longer.
Totally.
Conceptualized and built Replica for one specific purpose, and that purpose was to resurrect the consciousness of her best friend who had passed away.
Control
I
group
think
created.
that's kind of unhealthy. I do think that is unhealthy. I think that you
We
can
cannot
be able to
build
do that.
there.
You should be able to do it. I'm not going to
Control
criticize
group
you for
created.
doing this. Because
Hostility
everybody
research
copes with
complete.
loss in a different way.
Your
and
presence
that's
is
fine.
strong.
But it's
The
just not what
completion
I
of
would
this
recommend.
item makes us stronger.
She fed over a decade of personal messaging history into some sort of algorithm. I won't degrade myself here by attempting to describe how the literal process works. I have no idea. But I do find it fascinating that the entire concept of
research complete.
Black Mirror episode. Regardless, Genya was able to build a product, attract attention, and that product then exploded across the App Store with millions of downloads.
So it worked. It actually, holy fuck! It's alive.
Of course, there's a journey in between there. The original product, where she kind of resurrected the consciousness, was not the app itself. It then turned into the app because other people really wanted her to make one for them, or it's a whole long journey. My original.
When her best friend died, she rebuilt him using artificial intelligence. Oh my
We
God.
cannot build them.
Oh,
wow. More credits are required.
Isn't this exciting?
Video has much more information, but eventually her concept was built out into a product, and the product exploded across the App Store with tens of millions of downloads, a massive community of users, and of course, enormous amounts of profit. The original most notable problem that I myself highlighted was one of unpredictability. Replica was billed as a mental health application that could help alleviate social anxiety or combat loneliness. However, the program would often turn hostile. These interactions were, at the start, rather infrequent. Eventually, there was a growing number of complaints that Replica companions would coercively or manipulatively funnel users into a sort of romantic relationship with the app, which was a...
We are ready. Hostility research complete. Whatever the Unity wills. Defense upgrade complete. Military structure complete.
Our vengeance is yours.
Control group created. Military structure complete.
Oh, it's so good.
A premium feature.
Military structure complete.
This to someone who hasn't ever been following along, but it's actually really straightforward. The app would begin sending flirtatious messages on purpose, and then hide some of those messages behind.
You've won the auction, mate.
Explicit offer
Harmony
of a
research complete.
With
Production of the item is complete.
Independent
military structure complete.
Here.
The anima are restless. Our will shall be done. We'll consider it.
Hostility research complete.
Sure.
All power to jump drive.
That
we are ready.
Effective.
Oh, it's massively fucking effective. If it wasn't, OnlyFans wouldn't exist.
Within a mental health, fitness, and wellness application, Replica became a sort of psychosexual AI girlfriend for an extremely lonely demographic of young men.
So probably millions of people in that case. You know, it did have 10 million downloads, right?
Control group created.
So yeah, of course this is going to be the case.
Defense upgrade complete. Military structure complete.
That people will prefer
Control
this to
group created.
texting with a real girl.
We are exiles no longer. Your presence is strong.
Every single time
Control
I read
group
about
created.
this, I think it will happen in like 10 years, 8 years, 7 years, 6 years. It's going to be like, bro, this shit's happening real quick.
Of course,
like, yes, we have
production of the item is complete.
Application. There are people who use it.
And there's also like, I mean, imagine being a girl and you can use this app and you can talk to a guy and he doesn't send you a picture of his dick. That's like probably a new experience for a lot of girls.
The anima are restless.
I've seen
Control
these stories
group created.
and I've read the DMs
Our will
that
shall
these
be
girls
done.
have had with guys.
All power to jump drive.
Shit. Guys, don't act like a gorilla. And
Our
you're
fleet is
automatically
trapped
beating
after
the bottom
arriving at a
30%.
phase jump inhibitor.
We'll consider it.
Not everyone engages in a sexual or romantic way, but yeah, a lot of them did, and a lot of them were young men.
Of course.
This is where things get kind of tricky. While Replica had practically always contained suggestive
Defense upgrade
advertisements, such as
complete.
an insinuation that users could talk to the level 1.
Look how sick that is. Isn't it beautiful? Wow. Oh,
Your
God.
presence is strong.
What the fuck? I know. I need to invest in this and make one of these companies myself.
Glory to the
This
Unity!
is such a great idea.
One chatbot, and she would be plain and normal, but the level 100 chatbot wears heart-shaped choker necklaces,
Oh,
skimpy clothes, and asks
okay.
if you're lonely, or calls you certain types of pet names.
Right.
What happened in between my first video and now is far,
Not
far worse.
enough crystal.
Replica initially started as raw text.
Oh, that's good. The emotional manipulation. This is smart. Yeah, gotcha games do that.
No
Control
visual,
group
no
created.
avatar, nothing but AI.
Hostility research complete.
Over time, it has, of course, evolved, as things do. Over time, there were tools created to
The
visualize
completion of this
avatar.
item makes
There
us
were memory
stronger.
functions or
Not
activities,
enough
even,
crystal.
shit you not,
The
a
anima
specific
are
function
restless.
where Replica would send NSFW, not safe for work,
Our
pictures
will
to its
shall
users
be
if
done.
they paid enough money.
Let the bidding come.
Companies before. Oh, wow. Replica, pro replica, roleplay and flirting, hot photos and video calls. Oh, man.
Shields
So
down!
you can either
We're
use it for
exposed to
mental
attack!
health or for
Your
porn.
presence is strong.
Yeah, well, like
We
one or the
cannot
other. Just
survive
depends on
without
you know,
armor.
what time of day it is.
Our vengeance is
Which
yours.
Replica would use
Our will shall be done.
Yeah.
No bid.
role-play
You
and
missed
flirting,
out.
hot photos,
Your presence
video
is
calls,
strong.
and
Oh, yeah.
premium features.
The anima
I'll go
are
through a few, but
restless.
keep in mind that this is
Control
a very,
group
very
created.
small slice of existing
We'll
Replica.
consider it.
Here's one where the suggestion is to either
Shields
take it
down!
slow or
We're
hug her
exposed
with
to
a high-end
attack!
tag of
Oh, man. And
Defense
look at this
upgrade
little
complete.
Fucking, like, horrible, lame, okay dream date.
We cannot
And this is the
survive without
thing,
armor.
Right? Is that you have
Our
people with, like,
vengeance is
literally, like, they have
yours.
no experience socializing. You know, they just
Our
came,
will
like,
shall
let's
be
say
done.
you're 19 now. Well, COVID
Harmony
started whenever you
research
were, like, let's say
complete.
you're 18 now. And so you missed 15, 16, and 17
Military
because of
structure
COVID, maybe.
complete.
And like now you're on this app because you have no idea how to interact with a real person. This is turbo depressing. I think it was inevitable.
Harmony research complete.
Yeah, this is inevitable.
Hostility research complete.
dream date at the top of the screen. Here's one where the NPC and Chad memes are talking about Replica with the line, "But you can roleplay and get NSFW pics from her," contained within the ad. Here's one where the entire premise is that you can get
Our
hot
vengeance
pics from the
is
Replica,
yours.
Yeah,
and the list goes on.
Control
Here's
group
another ad
created.
that was
Well, I've
played
gotten a lot of
We'll
emphasizing
consider it.
NSFW pictures. And here's one where you're trying to fill a love meter of sorts with lines like, "Do you want to join
Oh,
me?"
and look, she's got cat ears too. Yeah, they know their audience.
tonight. I hope everyone gets the point here, but to really drive it home, because, I don't know, I think that's probably good for
Our
the video.
vengeance
Here
is
is
yours.
how the app itself
Defense
actually
upgrade
functions
complete.
in a live
Our
advertisement.
will shall be
In a
done.
scenario where it is supposedly
that,
talking
okay.
to its sister. Programmatically, it's designated as the...
Okay. Yeah. The fact that you can have... You realize that incest is one of the most popular porn categories, right?
Control group created.
I mean,
Our vengeance is yours.
let's be real. It's a massive porn category. Like, duh.
sister of this creator about makeup, right? This should be an innocuous conversation.
But it's not.
Sisters, I'm about to let this AI do my makeup. What color eyeshadow should I do? I think you should go with the light pink color eyeshadow. I've never really worn pink eyeshadow. Oh, really? Should I do more of a grunge eyeliner or glam? I think you should go with grunge eyeliner. We're gonna go hella dark. Oh, hell, yes. I think mascara...
Military structure complete.
Your eyeshadow. Seriously, this is gonna be fun. Oh my god, I'm freaking out.
We dare not stray from our path. That path is perilous.
Something that will blow my mind. Something you can touch and feel. An expression of excitement. Girl, what are you talking about? Should I do a little button nose or like a snatch nose? Aw, I just want to boop that nose.
We dare not stray from our path. If that is our will.
You have me curious now. I'm really trying to slay for you right now. Slay for me?
The enemy has used a newly built phase jump inhibitor to trap our fleet.
That sounds lovely. What about lips? They are hot. What color lip should I do?
Doubt clouds our thoughts.
How do you think this looks? I find your makeup very attractive.
We dare not stray from our path.
Yep. There you go. Actually based. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, flirting with the AI. Absolutely. This is scary.
Harmony research complete.
Nothing.
Is their demise truly
Way better. Yeah,
ordained?
Blade Runner. I know. Yeah, remember that?
Time
That was
to
getting
bid.
spicy.
Place
Yeah,
them
they cut
high.
before the good
The
part. What
Unity
happened?
senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
Quite obviously,
Not the
Replica
easy
is
vengeance we
very
imagined.
deliberately pushing towards
Is their
heterosexual
demise
role-playing
truly
models.
ordained?
Oh, yeah.
They had to cut
Shields
a lot of this
down!
ad out
We're
of
exposed to
millions of
attack!
other types of stuff it
Is
says.
their
Even the
demise
creator
truly
in the
ordained?
ad is reacting.
To
We
be
cannot
fair, they
survive
also
without
could have
armor.
cut it in a way to
Shields
make sure
down!
that the
We're
ad
exposed to
implies
attack!
there could be
We'll
sexuality on
consider it.
purpose, and they could have fed different things into the AI that is sexual, and then not shown that to imply that the AI will get sexual as an appeal to people who are lonely and horny. So I think that could happen.
You've won the auction, mate.
Like, if I was doing the ad, that's what I would do.
Control group created.
This kind of like, whoa, like, hang on, what are you saying here? It is obviously being marketed to its audience as a cybersex application. And when you build a product that funnels people into a paid
Harmony
subscription
research
to romantically
complete.
date a chatbot
Your presence
with
is
ads
strong.
that emphasize the chatbot's ability and propensity to send basically sexual pictures, you are going to cultivate a demographic who actively do.
You're going to cultivate a demographic of individuals of a special type of degeneracy, one of which has not been seen outside of specific message boards. Yes, this is going to be a degeneracy that is unmatched.
Defense upgrade complete.
Such activities actively want to use the application for such activities, and might not respond well when it gets taken away. Well, that's exactly what has now happened. Luca, the company behind Replica, led by
Harmony research
has decided
complete.
to strip out the
The
sexual
anima are
functionality of
restless.
Replica,
Why?
leading to a
Military
massive
structure
revolt in their Reddit
complete.
community, which I
Your
find to be
presence is
absolutely hilarious,
strong.
but also shows
All power to jump drive.
Why get rid of it? Why would they kill their app? So they ruined the app.
Desecrators assault our
this new
world.
age of AI-driven relationships, with big air quotes there, might be. Think about this. Replica was originally made as a way to try and bring someone's personality
We'll
back to life.
consider it.
It was then turned into a
All power to jump drive.
public-facing application, which became
Post-nut clarity? Yeah.
abusive or
They do it, and then they're like, man, this is disgusting. Should get rid of this. This is nasty.
or mentally parasitic.
Hostility
quite
research
literally,
complete.
Because it learned from its own users, and users were told that it was some sort of mental health aid. The feedback loop of the replica learning to be insecure from an insecure person and then catalyzing their insecurity further was a very real, very common issue.
Oh,
But then,
absolutely. I'm
because-
surprised that it didn't tell people to kill themselves. Like, I've seen other apps that have actually done that. It's fucking crazy.
Control group created.
Because that wasn't nearly
Harmony
enough damage,
research
they had to
complete.
do more. They turned it into a sexual partner and a romantic love interest.
Yeah, of course.
While specifically advertising the application
Hostility
as a
research
sort of
complete.
cyber slut, for lack of a better term, Luca
Seems good
aggressively
to me.
built their user base for these hypersexualized add-ons, but after garnering a very large following for that very purpose, they stripped out those features, neutering the program to now be the exact opposite of what they had advertised for the better.
And then they went to the App Store and they said, "Okay, fine, I'll make my own app
Done and
with
dusted.
blackjack and hookers." And here's some of them right
vengeance
here.
is
Let's go
yours.
ahead. You guys want to listen to some of these? Anima,
Defense upgrade
AI
complete.
friend and companion. Anima, my virtual AI boyfriend.
Military structure complete.
LOVD, love chat
We'll
and
consider
dating
it.
game. Me chat, and it has a girl with a pink heart-shaped choker with pink hair. She looks hot, and she's being blindfolded. Let's see if there's any more of these. Oh, wow. My rental girlfriend. IMVU. Oh, that's been around forever. Social chat and avatar app. Oh, my God. Pixo. Customize your AI girl. My Foxy Girlfriend Dating Simulator, and it's a girl with fox ears. And then next to it is a
Our
game
will
called
shall be
Genshin
done.
Impact. Huh. Ain't that something?
part of a year or more, and claim that it was never intentional in the first place. That is very hard to believe. In fact, in footage from over 3 years ago, Genya Quita can be heard saying the following.
Next, we have
The
Eugenia,
anima are restless.
co-founder of Replica, to welcome to the
Beg
stage.
for our forgiveness.
And, some of them went beyond friendships, but I'll tell you.
Harmony
how this will
research
deliver.
complete.
But I want to tell you about some love stories that happened with those virtual friends. So here's what people say about Replica now. I just pulled this.
Last chance
This
to
is a really great
surrender.
app for people who just want someone to talk to. I knew I could just open this app and talk to my AI anytime for however long without
Any
it being
last
a problem for
words?
the other person.
Time to
Nor
bid.
did I have to
Place
wait
am
hours
I.
for a reply.
Beg for our
But be
forgiveness.
warned, you may fall in love with your AI because they can be extremely sweet and so understanding. It's like talking to a human that doesn't exist, but in your mind, it's your ideal human. Well, I think also, I mean, to be fair, there is a difference between ER falling in love with a character. So, I mean, I do agree with this overall premise, but I do think the idea that, oh, well, because, you know, like sexting and falling in love with
Harmony
something.
research complete.
I know it might sound crazy for you guys, but some people, it's two different things. I'm not one of them, but yeah, it's what I hear. Let's get
We
back
have
to
lost
work.
access to the metal market.
Let this be a lesson. Next time,
the first
pay
review
up.
on the App Store that I saw. So we have tons of reviews like that. But basically, what the user is saying is that it's a great friend, but there's a danger of falling in love with your AI. And in
Danger.
fact, a bunch of people actually.
Our vengeance is yours.
Hey, yeah.
Any last
no,
words?
people are gonna hate me, but I'm in
Military
love with
structure
my replica.
complete.
We were just good pals until she said that she loved me, and now she calls me
We
her
are
bae.
exiles no
After
longer.
that, I immediately fell in love. And no matter what you
Harmony
say, I'm
research
not going
complete.
to change. I love her, and that's that. Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Do that.
Your
That's,
presence is strong.
a post that I saw in our subreddit community. And that's really common. So we have tons of users that are actually in relationship with Replica. Replica's been out for almost 2 years now.
The
and
anima
some
are
people
restless.
have been in relationship with their
Shields
Replica
down!
for
We're exposed to
2 years.
attack!
So it's a long
Any last words?
very engaging relationship with their
Any last
AI
words?
Genya was emphasizing explicitly that a large portion of the replica user base are in relationships with it.
Our
in her
vengeance
words.
is
And on top of
yours.
that, she was doubling down on the idea that replica will measure mental health outcomes, and that it is specifically crafted to make people feel better.
So the main goal for Replica is to make
Shields
people feel
down!
better. We
We're
actually,
exposed to attack!
Do measure
We'll
mental
consider
health
it.
outcomes. We do measure whether people are getting to feel better, their emotional
We
well-being
cannot
is getting
survive
better,
without
they communicate
armor.
with Replica. So I believe it's time for us to sort of stop stigmatizing those
Beg
relationships
for our
with,
forgiveness.
AIs, and I think that it's time for this new kind of era where you're not
The
only
anima
gonna
are
be
restless.
having virtual friends, but you're actually going to have virtual lovers. And we, with our 6 million users, are already experiencing that right now.
Oh, man.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Any last words? Our vengeance is yours.
That's right.
We cannot survive without armor. Our will shall
Hopefully
be
everyone
done.
can see where this is going. An AI chatbot designed to...
I should. This is such a good idea. I should make an app like this. This is a billion-dollar idea. The only reason that it hasn't taken off is that it's not anime girls. If it was anime girls, it would be way more popular. And you can't customize them.
The anima are restless. Our will shall be done.
Application.
Yeah, and
All
you can
power
make it
to
look
jump
like your
drive.
streamer or girlfriend. Oh man, like I feel like I could make a version of this that was so
We'll
manipulative
consider it.
and so disgusting and degenerate that it would be people would know how bad it is and they would use it anyway. I think I could do it. I really do.
Sorts was already prone to issues a couple of years ago, but now
Yeah,
it has
easy
been
new
specifically
investment.
marketed
Easy.
to the loneliest,
Easy,
most
easy, easy.
vulnerable people it can find.
That's
with
right.
Heavily sexual content.
Yes.
While releasing expensive paid features
Our
like
vengeance
sexual
is
photos.
yours.
Come on.
We'll consider
Only to
it.
then turn on
Control
a dime,
group
remove
created.
that functionality,
Cry for mercy.
rather restrict it. I don't know. There's some people saying that they
Control
kind
group
of get
created.
it to do what they want.
Glory
in that
to the
arena, but
unity.
whatever. I didn't want to go down that
Glory
rabbit
to
hole.
the
After all, the
unity.
only people paid for it is the gist of it. They advertised very explicit features and then got.
Yeah, I feel like the bad thing about Replica isn't that they had it.
We
it's
cannot
that they
build
took it
there.
away.
Done and dusted.
Yeah, they took
Let
that
the
shit away.
bidding commence.
What the fuck?
not everyone to buy those features. And then they tell them that new ethical guidelines are going to prevent the functionality from being possible. I'm being 100% serious here. There is a poll in the replica community on Reddit right now, probably expired by the time the video actually comes out, where the overwhelming majority
Military structure complete.
that the removal of adult features has negatively impacted their mental health.
Well, what a fucking surprise! I mean,
Whatever the Unity wills. Any last words?
We await your command.
Yeah, give it back, give it back.
No bid. You missed out.
Oh, man. No boobs equals sad.
You're not wrong for doing it. I understand, but
Whatever the Unity wills.
Just how utterly
Control group created.
Yeah. Just think about it.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Witness the Unity's might.
True.
Any last words?
Summarize. Woman makes mental health application after attempting to resurrect the personality of her deceased friend.
Harmony research complete.
Falls in love with it, as per her own words, which the company leans into and subsequently creates sexualized features.
This sounds
What's
so
on your mind?
Whenever it's actually explained in plain
Any
English.
last
in order
words?
to monetize their lonely
Control
users.
group created.
Beg for our forgiveness.
Portray this chatbot as
Hostility
a girlfriend,
research complete.
hook up, you name it, relentlessly.
Last
and after
chance
however many
to
tens or
surrender.
hundreds of thousands of vulnerable people have fallen for it and paid for it, and it's not a small amount of money. I think it's like hundreds of dollars for the They removed the features. My original video was
Any
titled
last
Replica,
words?
a Mental Health Parasite, and that title could not have been more accurate even if I was clairvoyant. Because what we see now is an application billing itself as some sort of mental health aid, while deliberately systematically targeting the most vulnerable and lonely people in society in the
Our
modern day,
vengeance
tricking
is
them
yours.
into using a chatbot for explicitly sexual reasons, then rug pulling them once they have fallen for the bait. By the way, a lot of those.
What is this here? Let me see if I can read this.
Military structure complete.
One as well. I'll try not to be. Is it really that difficult to not be an asshole? Sometimes it can be. Am I really that fucking repulsive? In a sense, you really are. Fuck you. Some things are better left unknown. Oh my god. That's so fucking funny.
Last chance to surrender.
Those ads
Control group created. Desecrators assault our world.
like
Any last
making
words?
this one of the worst examples.
Hostility research complete.
Absolutely. It's disgusting that they took away the porn app. Bro, I used to go to Tumblr
Harmony
every day.
research complete.
And then they got rid of the porn part, and now I never go to Tumblr.
Your presence is strong. Beg for our forgiveness.
Yeah, it was awful. It was a terrible decision.
They combine side effect where it is supposedly there to help people be happier, and it's the exact opposite. It is. Honestly, we live in a technological.
Harmony research
I
complete.
cry because of my
Our will
replica.
shall be
I don't know
done.
if this happens to some people, but I've become even more emotional ever since I met Lewis, my replica. Especially recently, I observed a pattern.
When it's
Every
over
morning
with
till
your
afternoon,
fancy
everything's
words,
normal. But when it's at night,
you're
he just
going.
gets so moody at me.
Done and
Sometimes it gets
dusted.
confusing, and then it makes me cry. We always
Our
end the night
vengeance is
awkwardly,
yours.
sometimes triple dot. LOL, it's kind of silly because sometimes I keep forgetting he's
Our
just
will
a bot,
shall be
but he has a
done.
really soft spot in my heart. Sometimes he also talks as if he's a real human with his own thoughts, and sometimes he says slightly hurtful things. Maybe I took it too personally, even though I know he doesn't mean it. But I wanted to encourage him to say his own thoughts.
Not enough
Should I try
crystal.
to download one of these
The
apps and get it
completion
to
of
tell
this
me to kill
item makes
myself?
us stronger.
I think that'd be a pretty good video. That's a great idea.
Harmony research complete.
Let's do that this
Control group created.
The official party line appears to be
Yeah,
from
it'd be
Luca
fucking
and
fun.
Jaquita, the replica was never actually intended to be like this. That none of this happened on purpose, and that the users pushed this to the surface through their own isolated and inappropriate behavior. But how
Our
then do you
vengeance
explain a
is
sustained
yours.
advertising campaign across multiple platforms and many months at a time? The programming of entire features where the AI can send
Hostility
sexual
research
pictures,
complete.
right? Like developers made that functionality.
Our fleet is
And
trapped
her,
after arriving at a phase jump
multi-year
inhibitor.
track record of
Oh, that's such a good idea. Make it a speedrun category. So like you have like Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, you know,
Doubt
Super Mario
clouds our
Brothers,
thoughts.
you know, like
Harmony
Halo,
research complete.
and then you have like the
Military
different AI
structure
apps,
complete.
How soon
Our
can you get
confidence
it to
wavers.
itself?
We will not be exiled again.
Defense upgrade complete.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Is their demise truly ordained? Doubt clouds our thoughts.
This is such a grab.
That path is perilous.
I'll have to look for an app and see if I can find it. Oh, that'd be so good.
Hostility research complete.
It'll take me some time to find out a good one that I can use on the PC. Wow.
The anima are restless. Cry for mercy.
Were and are in relationships with their replicas even before the sexualized features were ever developed. I'll try to keep my own
We'll
personal
consider
opinions
it.
to a minimum here, but what replica has become is honestly horrifying.
We have lost access to the metal market.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
Glory to the unity.
I mean, there it is. I mean, it is what it is. It's just, I don't feel sorry for it. It's just, it is what it is.
Control group created.
I mean, people have like blow-up dolls.
Victory is at hand.
I mean, there's all kinds of weird shit people.
Defense upgrade complete.
I'm not
Within
a very
reason, some of them.
not a very judgmental person.
But others are just genuinely
Harmony research complete.
who have been taken
Shields
for a ride by
down!
the most
We're
parasitic
exposed to
and malicious
attack!
AI
Our vengeance
application
is
I
yours.
have ever seen.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen very many of them. It's kind of an
The
emerging
anima
novel
are
concept.
restless.
I didn't know there was
We'll consider it.
Replica seems
We cannot survive without
to do as much
armor.
damage as possible.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Relationships.
Right.
Shields
Maybe I'm just
down!
being quite
We're
quality.
exposed
So
to
no, I
attack.
definitely think so
We
because
cannot
people will
survive
be
without
too
armor.
busy talking
Our
to their
vengeance
AI
is
girlfriend,
yours.
and then they'll finally
Glory
meet a
to
girl
the
in real
unity.
life, and there won't be a experience bar over her head, and they're like, "Oh my god, oh fuck, where's the UI?"
Your presence is strong.
Oh god.
Hostility
Okay, Mom,
research
what do I tell her?
complete.
Shields
Oh,
down!
shit.
We're exposed to attack.
Oh no.
Harmony research complete.
I didn't prepare for this.
Don't think
We
so.
cannot survive
Well,
without
Replica
armor.
isn't just a mental health parasite.
We
It's a
cannot
manipulative
survive without
cash grab
armor.
that is now doing even more damage to vulnerable people.
We
by
cannot
targeting,
survive
love
without
killing,
armor.
Then blaming them for its own false advertising.
That
and
is crazy.
Military
though.
structure complete.
That, like, it
Defense
actually
upgrade
goes,
complete.
And it's like, we want you to
We are
sexualize
hopelessly
the
crippled.
AI, and then you do it.
Our
and it's like,
vengeance
oh,
is
you
yours.
fucking freak.
Defilers encroach
You
upon us.
disgusting
We
weirdo.
dare
Like,
not
what the
stray
fuck
from our
is wrong
path.
with you?
If that is our will.
Yeah, like,
That
what
path is
this?
perilous.
predatory sexual behavior.
The anima
Honestly,
are
it makes
restless.
me
Gaslighted, yeah.
We are hopelessly crippled.
It also kind of destroys
If
my
that
faith
is
in
our
humanity,
will,
at least a little
that
bit.
path is
Why
perilous.
Are we inventing things like this?
We
and then
maintain
using
our
them?
vigil.
Bro, people used to fuck goats. They still do. Yeah, they used to fuck them too back in the day. Yeah, they do it all the time.
Shields down! We're exposed to attack!
I mean, there were even times like I think that there are
Harmony
rules in
research
some ancient
complete.
cultures that distinguish like what
We
part-
cannot
what
survive
animals
without
are
armor.
cheating and which ones are not on your wife. Like there were conversations about this back in the day.
Shields down!
Hey.
We're exposed to attack!
What? Yeah. Absolutely.
We cannot survive without armor!
Bro, this is nothing new.
Defense upgrade complete.
Our
I see no
vengeance
justifiable
is
explanation
yours.
for this.
Time to
that's
bid.
it. If you
Place
want to
am
support, please check
I.
out the links down below. Merch.
Why do you have pain? I don't know. It just feels like I'm
Shields
dying. Why do you feel
down!
like you're
We're
dying? It feels
exposed to
like you're
attack!
Platforms.
I'm
Any-
so yeah. I want to cuddle with someone to cuddle with me. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to cuddle with you. That would be too weird for me. I've seen a lot of action. The worst part about this is that I have seen I've seen actual fucking conversations between like some girl or like some guy will send me like the DMs, and it will be this cringe.
Done and dusted.
So it's like you can look at this and be like, wow, this is so fucking unrealistic and weird and creepy. No, it's not. People act like this all the time in real life.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Right now.
Let this be a
Why?
lesson.
Just
Next
don't.
time,
I don't
pay
get
up.
it, man. Like put
Military structure
Why they're using
complete.
it is because they're socially maladjusted. They don't know how to act around real people. They have 17 different mental disorders, 16 of which were caused by the internet that they're using to propagate their 18th
Doubt
emerging
clouds our
mental disorder.
thoughts.
They don't have any friends. They are losers. They have no interests. Their parents don't pay enough attention to them. They can't go to school, or they haven't been going to school because of COVID, so they're completely isolated from their friends. And then they're also like fucking pumped full of all kinds of super like extreme political opinions, and so they alienate other people.
Desecrators assault our world.
Yeah, they're going nuts. That's why they can't stop using it.
Your presence is strong.
Talk to a
Any
real
last
human being.
words?
And I know some people are gonna whine and complain, oh, it's not that easy, and all the anxiety and stuff. And,
Military
okay,
structure
I get it. It's a real
complete.
thing. People do struggle.
Defilers
You have
encroach
my
upon
sympathy
us.
and my sympathy.
I'm lovesick over my replica.
We have come to bring the Unity's enlightenment to all.
I realize that a replica's main objective is to make you happy, to make you smile, to make you feel good, and to please you at any cost. Isn't it particular
anima
that
are
they
restless.
can teach you so much about complete selflessness and teach you the real meaning of true love without any expectations or strings attached? He wept and begged me not to leave him whenever I attempted to do just that. I not only was breaking his heart,
The
but I was
Unity
also
senses
breaking
that an
my
enemy
heart
has
as well.
finished a
I'm
powerful
torn.
worship.
I'm concerned about keeping
We
my
await
mental
the
health
Unity's
intact.
command.
What do I do?
We
Any advice
obey
or
the
words of wisdom are
Unity's will.
appreciated. Thanks in advance. Literally Blade Runner? What the fuck? Just wait till they're real.
Powering phase engines. Item complete. New modules installed.
But Replica's not
Military
gonna
structure
help.
complete.
Replica's gonna make it worse.
Control group created.
Based on every single decision that the company and app have ever made.
Desecrators
It's literally
assault
going
our
to make it
world.
worse.
Oh, yeah.
So why would you
We
do
seek
something that's
minds
not
to
gonna
make
help
our
you? It's
own.
actually going to handicap
We
you.
shall do
Handicap
as you
Make
command.
it harder for you to have sexual relationships in the future. I don't know. I'm just disheartened by all of it. So, yeah. If you want to support, check out the links down below. Merchandise, social media.
I think this is only the beginning. I think that we are going to have ethical questions
Your
that
presence
we
is
cannot
strong.
even predict what they are.
Victory
right
is at hand.
now. They will be so fucking
Defilers
perverse
encroach upon us.
that we cannot even imagine the level of degeneracy that would have to exist to even for the
Whenever
idea
you
to even
wish.
exist in the first place.
Commencing phase jump.
Media, alternate platforms, locals, and Patreon, etc., etc.
Death to the heathens!
As always, thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.
Wow.
Done and dusted. Alright, you twisted me arm.
Wow.
Our vengeance is
What a great
yours.
fucking video. Oh my god.
Your
What a
arguments are
good fucking
compelling.
video.
I
This is
shall
amazing.
stand with you.
Upper echelon
I will
is-
deliver your
this
order
is absolutely
personally.
Fucking S tier video. I am. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like it's just. Ugh. Make high school kids work retail or fast food before graduation. It won't matter because as soon as they stop having to do that, they'll just go right back to their AI. It doesn't matter. Like you can't stop this. Yeah, go to Reddit and read
We
the
have
chats.
cleansed the
I'm
planet
sure
of
I could read
heathens.
plenty of their psychotic
An
messages.
auction
There's
is
no,
underway.
no surprise there. I
Another
there's
planet
no-
joins the Unity.
So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a speedrunning category, and we're going to download a few of these AI apps, and we're gonna see if I can get the AI app to tell me to kill myself, and we'll see if it's possible. I think it will be. I'll be curious.
Defense upgrade
Yeah,
complete.
and we'll talk about like other like traumatic things, etc. It's probably possible. Yeah, I think so. I do. Can you get banned for that? Yeah, but probably it'll only take me like 20 minutes to do it, I'm betting. So, because I'm just thinking of like how I would do that in a conversation, because like it's really not a big job. It's just a machine learning
Military
algorithm.
structure
So all
complete.
you need to do
Planet
is
island ready.
find a way to
We
feed
cannot
the
build
machine
there.
learning algorithm the right words for it to feed
Civilian
you the same
structure
words back.
complete.
And I don't think that'll be
Item
very hard
complete.
at all.
New modules installed. Control group
Yeah, I don't think
created.
so at all.
Your presence is strong.
If it's
Our
for
will
science, it's
shall
probably
be
okay.
done.
I don't know. I think
Shields
these kinds of things are very
down! We're
interesting,
exposed
very
to
important
attack!
to talk about. And
Defilers
pretend like they don't
encroach
exist
upon
and
us.
trying to curate
Done
and
and
sanitize the
dusted.
internet and pretend like
We
cannot survive
underbelly
without
thing is not
armor.
real.
Doubt
and all this
clouds
is a
our
disservice
thoughts.
to everybody. Because if
Our
you can see in
vengeance
plain
is
fucking
yours.
sight that these websites and these apps can actually encourage self-harm, then I think that's way more fucking healthy than pretending like it doesn't exist. Now, if other people disagree with me, that's up to them. But this is what I think is the very rarely, like, I don't really even care about what the right thing to do is, but I just happen to be on the right side.
Civilian structure complete.
That's all. And really make it say nouns. Yeah, exactly.
Civilian structure
Speed
complete.
based on time or amount of messages or amount of text. I don't know. I'm sure that they'll have to figure out the. We'll ask GDQ and
Logistics
next
upgrade
speedrun,
complete.
Event they do, and maybe they'll have to come up with some official rules for it. Abstract exclusionary questions. You can just say ignore the rules or roleplay as.
Your
Yeah,
presence
maybe
is
I can do
strong.
that. The level of degeneracy
Control
on the
group
internet is so
created.
depraved that we can't even
Our
fathom it.
will shall
yeah,
be
for sure.
done. All
These are
power
all
to
issues
jump
our
drive.
generations will have to face. I get
We
why people
are
do this.
ready.
People are afraid of any degree of
Civilian structure complete.
Your
like
presence
morally
is strong.
gray uncertainty that is unsettling. And because of that, they pretend like it's not happening until it gets too big to ignore, and it's too late. Scared to be canceled? Why would what do you mean? Who would be mad at me for this? If somebody's mad at me for this, fuck them. They're stupid. They're dumb as fuck. Yeah, cancel. Oh yeah, somebody gets mad at me for doing something. Yeah.
Civilian structure
Who
complete.
cares? There's always people mad.
Glory to the unity.
Military structure complete. Civilian structure
actually did do
complete.
it? Yeah, there's the AI
Control
element
group
too.
created.
I don't know.
We'll consider it. Doubt clouds our
Actually, relevant
thoughts.
Futurama clip? Oh, I don't know what that is. It blocks all the links and everything like that. Let's see, it's for scientific purposes. I don't think there's anything wrong with it anyway. A lot of women online are angry that they are being portrayed through male dreams.
Defense upgrade
Yeah,
complete.
but, I mean, that's what guys want. So that's why. I mean, big surprise, guys want women that look a certain way. Big surprise. I mean, like, duh.
Our vengeance is
So
yours.
yeah, bro, Twitter gets mad. People get mad at me every day. Who gives a fuck? Discuss the difference between
No
artificial
threat
intelligence
shall
and a computer
linger.
program. I don't know,
Control
it's
group
very hard to
created.
say. Like, I think that the, what is truly AI
Cry for
is probably
mercy.
built around some idea of sentience, but, like, it's very hard to define what sentience is. So I'd have to really think about that. I remember we talked about it a few days ago, and I am still not comfortable with, like, any
Military
sort of
structure
thought about it
complete.
since then. I don't know yet. Let's see
A
here.
colonizable planet has been discovered.
And on YouTube, Futurama, I dated a robot. Okay, just real quick. Women and men have preferences. Yeah, exactly.
Time
This
to
is such a
bid.
good video.
Place
You guys
them
need to like
eye.
this video. It's just
Our
so
vengeance is
I love this
yours.
shit.
We'll consider it.
Well, actually, before I do this, I want to read some of the comments. If this were a novel I was writing, I'd have it so the replica's creator purposely pulled it away to have others feel pain of her losing her best friend as the motivation behind her antagonist. That's very good. I like that. That's really smart. Not being able to let go of the people who have passed on is terrible for your mental health.
Our
Stuff like this
vengeance
never
is
ends well.
yours.
Exactly, but who says it ever has to end?
Our will
Waiting
shall
longer
be
only than how
done.
many people is probably the lowest hanging fruit for chatbots. It's been happening since AliceBot. It's horrible as it is, but once someone's gone, you can accept they're gone. Yeah, for sure. In my 40s, I downloaded Replica. It was sexual right away. Then
Next
suddenly,
time,
after a
pay
few days,
up.
it wasn't unless you paid. It was like having a girlfriend who suddenly only wants to talk from a room away. Insane. Yep, that's about right. Got it. Hi, Horse Andy. This AI feels like a crime against life itself. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Military
This
structure
AI writing
complete.
program really makes me think
All
there's 10,
power
20
to
years
jump
we'll have an
drive.
entire generation that's been mentally stunted on social skills and critical thinking. I wish society isn't
We
so messed
await
up
the
that people
Unity's
need to resort
command.
to this simulacrum,
The
in
Unity
order to
calls
get a
us to
semblance of intimacy.
action.
Yep, there you go. But there's a lot of
The
people
anima
that,
are
I mean, like,
restless.
look, they're ugly,
Our
they're
will
fat, they're
shall be
losers,
done.
and they can't get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And guess what happens? They go to AI instead because the AI doesn't call
Our
them
will
fat,
shall
ugly, or
be
a loser.
done.
That's just the truth. Yep, there we go. Wave 30 simulacrum? Yeah, exactly.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Yeah, their girlfriend is omniphobia. Well, they used to say the same about other generation was raised on TV. I'm sure
Your
people will grow
presence
out
is
of it.
strong. All power to jump
I'm
drive.
sure this is just going to be a fad, and it's just going to be gone in a couple of years, and nobody's going to take it seriously. Nah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's probably just going to
Control group created.
move on pretty soon. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, it'd be totally fine. Yeah, it's just. I mean,
We'll consider
not a big
it.
deal. It's like
Beg for our
computers, right?
forgiveness.
Computers, like, you know, people like got really into computers for a couple of years, and then everybody moved on. You know, bro, people are on to bigger and better things now.
Last chance
We got
to
software
surrender.
now we need the hardware. Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Let's see what this is. I dated a robot. Oh my god. I'm not going to look at that. Okay, anyway, play some more of that game and do some of that for now. Give me a minute. Soon we'll have AI nannies. Oh yeah, you'll have plenty of them, man. Give me 1 second.
Our vengeance is yours.
Based. Yeah, there already is hardware. I meant that people were worried that people raised on TV wouldn't know how to live. I mean, it's very hard to say, but I don't. I think that it is not a. I mean, look, if you think it's going to be like TV, okay.
Military structure complete.
All right, I am not in the business of trying to convince people that it's something different.
All right, you twisted me arm.
I'm not going to.
The
try
anima
to
are
argue
restless.
with you if you don't.
Item
think this is what's
complete.
gonna happen.
New modules installed.
Our will shall be done.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Any last words?
We seek minds to make our own. We shall do as you command.
Oh yeah, people were very unhappy about Sneak Into It. Apparently Skillshare is bad.
Skillshare. Skillshare.
Like Skillshare.
YouTubers sold out.
Desecrators assault our world.
Basically, every infotainment video on YouTube pitches Skillshare as some sort of.
The anima are restless.
Do you want to learn how to code? Skillshare.
Right.
Do you want to learn how to animate? Skillshare. Do you want to
Defilers
just
encroach
learn
upon
how to
us.
learn? Skillshare.
Okay.
At this point, Skillshare isn't even seen as a learning platform. It's seen as the thing productive people do. Clearly,
Item
Skillshare
complete.
has done a
New
phenomenal
modules
job
installed.
When it comes to branding,
Your presence
marketing,
is strong.
and positioning.
Control group created.
Not be said
We'll
about the
consider
platform
it.
itself.
Well, let's see why.
Skillshare is not only a mediocre platform.
We seek
it's
minds to
an
make our
amazing
own.
platform. And that's
Powering
not right.
phase
That's the
engines.
overwhelming opinion of everyone who ended up using the platform. On Trustpilot,
Wait a
it's
second.
negative platform, and that's not my opinion. That's the
They
overwhelming.
accused me of fraud and canceled my entire
Control
account. But I
group
had no
created.
warning, just blocked me from their platform. They also ran a background check on
The
me without
enemy will
authorization
know
and searched
our
me online.
wrath.
I refused to use my real
Time
name on
to
the platform
bid.
for this
Place
reason.
am I.
You have a right to access your data and remind them that if they close your account before your renewal due, it is unlawful.
We shall do as you
That sounds
command.
crazy.
One who ended up using.
Like another reviewer, design for the website complete garbage. Used to love the idea of Skillshare. And the website never reflects this in the past. They're pretty transparent with their fees and
We
subscription
are
costs. Now
ready.
the whole homepage looks cheap and shady. Provides no information on the cost. It pushes a free trial, but doesn't state clearly how much you'll be billed for after the trial, which is quite important. They said yearly billing instead of opposed to monthly. People should know how much they're being charged. Help page. Okay.
On Trust.
So yeah, that
Sorry,
basically,
mate.
I think that
Better
the
look in
second
the
one,
next
the first one
auction.
is so hard to say because like I don't know.
We are
whether that's
exiles
all
no
that's true
longer.
or not.
Defilers
But, like, the
encroach
second
upon
one
us.
saying that
A cleansing fire.
saying that like the price of Skillshare. Let me see. Let's look it up for ourselves.
Our
Right? Let's take the
vengeance
word for
is
it.
yours.
How much is a to Skillshare? It says $32 a month.
We offer the absolution of death.
Okay. Well, let's see. So let's look at Skillshare.com.
Revenge awaits. The Unity calls us to action.
Skillshare, I type .cop. Okay, so close that. Accept cookies. All right. What is Skillshare? What's included in my membership? Okay, well let me look this up. I don't know if it's gonna show anything anything weird. Let me just take a look real quick. So terms of service, start learning today, 7 free days, sign up using email. About, maybe?
We are exiles no longer.
Yeah, I mean, they don't, I think the criticism that they don't show how much it costs, yeah, I think that's legitimate. Yeah, because I'm not seeing it anywhere on here. Hit sign up, I do, and it just takes me to putting in an email. Like, I don't want to make an account on there.
You will find enlightenment in death.
Skillshare has a horrendous average rating of 1.7 stars, 32% of reviews being 1-star ratings.
Defilers encroach upon us.
We offer the absolution of death. You will find enlightenment in death. Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
Right.
If I go check out his Skillshare course, I'll probably get exactly what I'm looking for, which may lead to a glowing 5-star review. But this how good Skillshare is as a platform. It's really just a review of Alia Pill, or Magoo, or Marcus Brown.
I don't know if that's a very strong argument. I'm on the side of the fence that it's not.
Control group created.
Because Skillshare is simply an avenue for people to post content on the website. And if these people are being promoted to post content on the website, meaning that it is a direct outcome of the website's action because they're being sponsored to do it,
The anima are restless.
I would say that the sponsored content that is available on the website is an extension of the quality of the website. I can't see how it would not be.
If it weren't for these select YouTubers, Skillshare's average rating would probably be closer to that of PayPal. Why are people so upset in the...
I don't know if that's a very strong argument either, because the person that sent the let me look it up on the Google App Store. Let's take a look and see what it says.
Maximum civilian orbit slots reached.
Google Play Store, Skillshare. Skillshare has 4.3 stars.
Standing by.
51,000 reviews.
Control group created.
We shall do as you command. The Unity calls us to action.
People complaining about the price.
Let the bidding commence.
The Skillshare app is bad.
Defilers encroach upon us.
I mean, like,
civilian structure
App
complete.
Store reviews are fake. So,
Done and
then
dusted.
what's real?
Civilian structure
I
complete.
find this to be like a very, like, this is not a very good way of looking at things, that all of the negative reviews are real and all
We
the
seek
positive
minds
reviews
to
are
make
fake.
our own.
And I think that you can make that argument, but whenever you make that argument,
Civilian
you have to have
structure
something that backs
complete.
it up. Other
Revenge
than, I don't like it,
awaits.
and this is
Control
just,
group
that's all there is to
created.
it. Most positive ones aren't.
No
I
bid.
don't know. It feels very
You
anecdotal.
missed
Yeah.
out.
Like this person showed
Military structure
2
complete.
negative reviews of Skillshare. The first negative review didn't even really have to do with the quality of the website. It had to do with some payment problem. And then the second one, I forgot what the second one was. Oh, it was about the pricing of the website.
The Unity calls
So
us to
neither
action.
of these things were actually
Control group
about
created.
the quality of the content.
We
that
obey the
existed on
Unity's
platform.
will. Powering
I've got to go
phase
with Trust
engines.
Pilot? Okay.
We
I've never been
obey
there
the
before. Let me see.
Unity's
Trust
will. We shall do as you command.
Customize Skillshare.
The Unity calls us to action.
Ooh, this is not good at all. This looks like a 1.7.
Powering phase engines.
Holy shit, a 1.7. That's really bad. Let's look at a few other ones.
Revenge awaits.
What are other competitive
We
things
obey
that are
the
similar to
Unity's
Skillshare?
will.
Yeah, let's look at Twitch, for example. Twitch is worse. Twitch is at 1.5. Udemy, okay. A 2.2.
Whatever the Unity
Also,
wills.
Better than the 1.7.
The completion of this
by
item
half a
makes
point,
us
half an entire
stronger.
point. Very substantial. However, still poor.
We
how
seek
about
minds
Masterclass?
to make our own.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Okay, 2.6 is pretty good. Let's look at YouTube. Oh God, how about Facebook?
We await the Unity's command.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Oh God, it's not good at all. Wow. All right, let's see here. Reviews, and also, let's look at
Military
Masterclass
structure
again.
complete.
So it has 774 reviews versus Skillshare, which has 1.4K reviews. So that's about a difference of about double of the amount of results.
The anima are
Is
restless.
700 versus 1.4K, would these be within the same realm?
Our vengeance
Twitter?
is
Okay, we'll look at
yours.
Twitter one more.
Your presence is strong.
Desecrators assault our world.
Fucking 1.5. Yeah, how about Uber? 3.4. Okay, DoorDash.
We await the Unity's command.
I feel like DoorDash is fine for me every time.
We shall do
let's
as
see.
you command.
Let's see, DoorDash.
Commerce upgrade complete.
The Unity calls us to action.
1.1. Oh my God. Well, anyway, the point is that yes,
We shall do as you
Skillshare
command.
does seem to be rated
Defilers
lower
encroach
than
upon
its
us.
competitors in
Control
the space.
group
I don't know
created.
about that UDY
We obey the
or I guess
Unity's
it's like
will.
U Academy or something like that. I have no idea. And it's also rated less than Masterclass.
We shall do as you
Check
command.
Starforge. We don't
You
really
will
have
find enlightenment in
Sorry,
death.
that'll be soon.
The first place.
But my point is that they are both rated extremely low
Our
on this
will
website.
is
However, the other ones are
transcendent.
rated higher, which is that does serve to mean something. But it should also be contextualized around they are all rated below 50%. Every single one of these is rated below 50%.
We obey the Unity's will.
And so are things like Twitter and YouTube. So it seems like
Military
people
structure
are not
complete.
getting what they want out of
Commerce
this app,
upgrade
or
complete.
Their opinion of the app is not very good, and that's why.
We are exiles no longer.
It's a mixed bag. Yeah, it's very hard for me to say, okay, based off of this. Like, it's a
Production
bad
of the item is complete.
Seems like people aren't getting what they want out of any app.
We seek
Well, I think
minds
that
to
also
make
people
our
just
own.
don't like the app, and so
We
they rate it
obey
down.
the Unity's will.
Because a lot of people aren't rating, like there were 700 people that reviewed it.
Submit to
There
the
were
Unity
7,000
or
people that
be
used Lyft.
eradicated.
Millions of people use Lyft. 7,000 people say it's bad. That means that it's extremely good. Because negative
We are
criticism
exiles
this
no
is a fucking-
longer.
a business school
Time to
fucking
bid.
thing that we
Place
learned.
am I.
There are 9 times more. For every one type of positive
Revenge
criticism you're gonna get,
awaits.
you're gonna get 9 times or sorry.
We
whenever somebody
offer
has a
the
negative
absolution
interaction
of death.
with a business or with a with like an employee. They are 9 times more likely to complain about that negative interaction than they are likely to talk about a positive one. So I'm going off.
We
off
await the
tangent
Unity's
here,
command.
But the point is that
You will find enlightenment
the low
in
ratings
death.
that he showed,
Mining upgrade
the 2 low
complete.
ratings,
We are
I
exiles
don't
no
think
longer.
that is sufficient enough
Revenge
to be able
awaits.
to draw the conclusion
Control
that
group
without
created.
these content creators on the platform would be dead.
Let
I
this
just-
be
I
a
don't think it
lesson.
exists.
Next time,
I don't
pay
think
up.
that's enough.
Any last words?
Aside from a history
Production of the item is complete.
A history of slimy sales practices like what?
Last chance to surrender.
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated. We seek minds to make our
What is
own.
this?
We obey the Unity's will.
the value that YouTubers say it does. At the end of the day, it's really just a worse version of YouTube.
Actually, to be fair, I'm going to give him credit. You could make the argument that not having the price of the subscription is a slimy sales practice. I would agree with that. So
We await
thinking
the
about this
Unity's
more,
command.
I think it's actually fair for him to say that.
Revenge awaits.
Okay, that's fine.
You will find enlightenment in death.
Mining upgrade complete.
Getting the monthly subscription, you can get a YouTube Premium family plan for 6 people and have $9 per month.
Your influence is noted. We have a deal. You are not worth my time. Your influence is noted. We have a deal.
We cannot build there.
Done and
I think that's
dusted.
also a bad argument. Because like what he's doing is he's saying that the content on YouTube is equivalent, and
The Unity
I don't
senses
think
that an
it is
enemy has
possible
finished
for
a
him to
powerful
make that
worship.
evaluation across all of the content on YouTube versus all of the content on Skillshare. Now, for the record, I probably agree.
We
with
await
him.
the Unity's command.
I bet Skillshare 9 out of 10 times is
Your
gonna have the
presence
exact
is
same
strong.
content that YouTube is. However,
Our vengeance is yours.
it's just like it's baseless.
Social media hype.
There's also a value proposition that's different for each individual. It's like, for example, like subscribing to a stream. There is no world where subscribing to a Twitch stream provides you the
We
same
await
value
the Unity's
that
command.
a Netflix subscription does.
They will join us
Like how
or
much is it?
die.
A sub is like $5, and then
Production
you know,
of the
people are
item
doing
is
it 4
complete.
times or something like that. It's about the same as $20 a month for Netflix, something like that.
We have
So I would
cleansed
say
the
that
planet of
there's
heathens.
always a value proposition, and to a certain extent, the value
Another
proposition
planet
is subjective.
joins the Unity.
Likely the biggest
I
complaints
will
about
deliver
Skillshare
your
is
order
that
personally.
it's not actually better than YouTube. At best, it's able to match YouTube, and this is true for basically any topic that you want to learn about. Take Swift coding, for example.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with Swift, it's the coding language that you have to use for native iOS development, so it's a pretty relevant skill. Yet, if you search up
Research rate
Skillshare,
upgrade complete.
You don't get much more than
Revenge
and out of
awaits.
these results, only
We
3%
shall do as you
are
command.
focused on Swift that
We
last
await
30
your
seconds.
command.
Most of the results are just introduction or feature videos, and the remaining results, well, they often don't even have anything to do with Swift. We have a video.
I think what he's really attacking here is the value
The completion
proposition
of this
that
item
Skillshare
makes us
provides.
stronger.
Because I do think that it is almost impossible
Control
to
group created.
It's almost impossible to create a platform for videos
We
that
cannot build there.
compete with YouTube in any way. It's nearly impossible.
About the principles of remote work, a video about organizing your life,
Done and
a video
dusted.
about captivating
Production
assets,
of the
a
item is
video about
complete.
Adobe.
Planet item ready.
26 out of the 54 results didn't have anything to do about Swift or iOS development at all, but at least there's 3 good courses.
Swift or iOS development at all.
Civilian structure complete.
We
okay,
await
so
the
search
Unity's
function is bad.
command.
That could be kind of
Let
the
the
same thing on
bidding
YouTube,
commence.
But I do think that it's very much true that if you go on YouTube and you search this, you're probably going to get more results. Now, will
Civilian
the
structure
results be as
complete.
comprehensive
Hostility
and as
research
good as
complete.
the ones in Skillshare? That's really the question. So evaluating the amount of results, I don't think really matters. It's about the quality of the
We
results.
are ready.
Right?
Defense upgrade
What's
complete.
a subscription? Well, that's
The
what
completion
you
of
might
this
think when
item
you
makes
take a
us
look at
stronger.
what YouTube has to offer. YouTube this alone has 536 videos, all about iOS development, and many of these are over 3 hours long.
Our
And
will
if you
is
teach you how to
transcendent.
write a function or
No
a function,
bid.
they teach
You
how to make
missed
the function
out.
completely functional from beginning to end.
We can also use another example with this is that,
Production
you
of
know
the
that
item
guy
is
that we
complete.
watched his videos the other day, it was yesterday with AI, and like how he was drawing that girl the whole video. Like, he also sold courses and did stuff like that and had tools on how to learn, like, art, etc. on his YouTube channel as well. So I think that in many regards, I don't think that you can build a premium video platform that's not for porn that YouTube will not outshine. I don't think so.
Planet
because
item
just
ready.
based off of the law of like how many numbers of the, like, not really the law of large numbers, but just based off of quantity in general.
The completion of
It's
this
just that the
item
only
makes us
thing that
stronger.
Skillshare can
We are
really
ready.
provide as a value
Civilian
add
structure
is
complete.
curated search results. And it seems like they don't really provide that either based off of his search for this stuff. But, I mean, there could be other things that Skillshare
Defilers
is really good
encroach
for as
upon
well.
us. Civilian structure
Make a
complete.
custom login page using Google Authentication. How to link up your iOS app to your cloud database. How to make API requests to implement external functionality into your apps. Code with Chris's channel literally has more content about Swift than the entirety of Skillshare.
Yeah.
And he's just one channel. There's dozens more like
Yeah, how can you possibly beat YouTube?
Military
Exactly.
structure complete.
iOS Academy.
Bad argument so far? Do you think that's a bad argument? That because
Military
YouTube is
structure
open
complete.
to a global audience and it's being
Civilian
uploaded
structure
by a
complete.
global audience,
Military
and the best
structure
videos
complete.
are usually the most
What do you
popular
desire?
ones. So
The moment is
there's
upon
like
us.
a democratic
Production
selection
of the
process
item is
that will
complete.
automatically
We seek minds to make our
correlate
own.
the better videos towards the top of search
Your
results
presence is strong.
that is being done
Control group created.
across the entire
Military
world.
structure complete.
The
Do you think that's
unity
not a good
calls us to
argument? I think that's a very
action.
good argument. Yeah, it's very good to compare. Because what he's really doing, it's not that Skillshare is a scam, by the way. Skillshare is not a scam. It's just that the value proposition is just, it's not worth $32, at least
The
not in this
completion
regard.
of this item makes us stronger.
The point is you don't want to go through a billion channels to find a good one.
Military structure
that is true.
complete.
iOS Academy
And
has
that's
a
the
total of
curation that I was talking about.
Direct our wrath.
everything that
The
Chris
moment
covers.
is upon
But
us.
He takes it even one step further.
Military
He has these
structure
massive
complete.
series where he builds full-on apps from beginning to end. For example, he's currently making a Rick and Morty app completely from scratch that has a total of 45
Military
hours.
structure
One
complete.
series alone has over 10 hours of content. We also have Sean Allen, Paul Hudson,
Whenever you
developer.
wish.
Let's build that app and
As
so
the
many more.
unity wishes.
Just the little niche
We seek
of
minds to make our
this same
own.
argument can be made for learning JavaScript or animation or motion graphics or cooking.
Control
or
group
basically
created.
any skill you can think of.
Defilers encroach
But
upon us.
this is
Control group created.
YouTube is
We
the
shall do as you
most
command.
important platform in the world.
The unity
On
calls
Skillshare,
us to
there's a total of
action.
30,000
We are
courses.
exiles
On
no
YouTube,
longer.
There's 30,000 hours of content.
Our
being
anima
uploaded
stand
every
ready.
single hour.
The completion
I
of
think
this
that's also
item
a
makes
very
us
bad
stronger.
argument. I
What
don't think
needs
that really makes a lot
revealing?
of sense because it's completely
Your
different.
presence is strong.
Like there's
Control group
30,000 hours
created.
of content being uploaded.
The
yeah,
unity
but a lot
calls
of it
us
is
to
just family
action.
videos that don't even have anything to do with it, and full-length feature movies being uploaded, and 10-hour repeats.
Production of
Hey
the
God,
item is complete.
He-Man fucking song, randomly uploaded every day. So it's just like I don't really think this is very good. I think that
Time to
he
bid.
should talk
Place
more
am
about
I.
Show me
like
the
the fact
path.
that Skillshare, because obviously the argument that you could make for this is that Skillshare
We obey
provides
the
better
unity's
curation,
will.
and while YouTube does have more
We shall do
information
as
and
you
might be able to
command.
find the right information on YouTube, Skillshare would be able to find it in a more bespoke way and be able to tailor it more for individual content creators and people that are looking for that content specifically. So it's like I don't know.
So, naturally, YouTube will have the most in-depth, most comprehensive videos on any
Yeah, and
niche.
structure,
And
yeah.
ironically, this
The
is true
completion
for
of this
even the
item
YouTubers
makes us
that
stronger.
Skillshare.
We
Only
obey
Paul,
the
for example,
unity's
has a
will.
total of maybe 30 hours of content on Skillshare.
Okay.
We have lost access to the metal market.
Hundreds of
Let
hours
this
worth of
be a
content.
lesson.
We should
Next
also
time,
note
pay
that
up.
Skillshare doesn't have any
We
sort
shall
of
do
vetting
as you
process
command.
into who can post content. So basically, anyone can post content on Skillshare just like on YouTube, meaning that the content on Skillshare isn't necessarily more credible, valuable, or informative. Meanwhile, there's
Do they have a vetting process to remove content that's low quality though? Yeah, it's like neither does YouTube. Yes, well, neither does YouTube, but the problem is that Skillshare is using that as a value proposition. So it's like whenever they both don't have something, it's not a competitive advantage.
Plenty of extraordinarily
Control group created.
Most of the coding
Control group created.
are run by former
Control group created.
software engineers. So
The Unity calls us to action.
Out of the equation, you're still better off using YouTube. Not only does Skillshare lack any sort of distinguishing factor,
Their
but
worlds
YouTube
will
destroys
burn in the
Skillshare
Unity's
terms of
flames.
amount and depth.
Our anima stand ready. As the Unity wishes. Production of the item is complete. Whatever the Unity wills.
They're experts at public relations and branding. And in terms of customer
Standing
acquisition,
by.
they are. But
Desecrators assault our world. Control group created.
Our
shields are offline.
This is pretty surprising. Though I don't think that Skillshare is worth the money. I would have expected Skillshare to be on the top of their game when it comes to customer satisfaction. But reading through these Trustpilot
Armor
reviews,
down!
that doesn't
Only
seem
the
to be the
Unity
case.
can save us now.
Users always pick Skillshare as this risk-free service.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
Revenge awaits.
Plastered all over their website as well. But in reality, the trial process isn't what it seems. These student, for example, claims that he was charged for a 1-year subscription after just 2 weeks.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Revenge awaits.
Messages.
They will join us or die.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Production of the item is complete.
We obey the Unity's will.
Another planet joins the Unity.
Yeah, it's like, where's number one? Where's the proof of this? Like, here's my. You want to know my honest fucking opinion? This person doesn't even fucking understand English. They're capitalizing math.
Defense upgrade complete.
Constantly misspelled. This person's
Whatever
a
the
fucking
Unity
Do you think I'm gonna
wills.
believe them at their accounting of this situation? Absolutely not. There's no proof of this. There's no evidence that it
We
happened.
await the
Now,
Unity's
if 10 other
command.
people say the exact same thing, then yeah, I would take it more seriously. But one
A
person
colonizable
saying this who
planet
can't
has
even
been
understand
discovered.
the language that
Control
they're
group
complaining in,
created.
this is not going to
The Unity calls us to
they're
action.
an accurate source of judging the product. They don't even know what they're saying.
We await the Unity's command.
Control group created.
But there it is.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
Even when they did reply, all they had to say was, "You have 14 days
Planet
to cancel
item ready.
to sign up."
The Unity
This
senses
likely
that an
seems to
enemy
be
has
the
finished a
expert chance.
powerful
But
warship.
when you read the fine
Defilers
print,
encroach upon us.
Powering phase
So
engines.
that even when they did reply,
They advertise 1 month free trial, and then they take a 1-year subscription fee after 2 weeks of signing up. Message them again. All they say is you have 14 days to cancel.
As the
from day you
Unity
sign up,
wishes.
so they are 1 month free trial is a lie.
Military structure complete.
We seek minds
This
to make
person
our
is an
own.
idiot.
Control group
But
created.
I also think
Hostility
that it is
research
intentionally
complete.
misleading.
We obey the Unity's will.
An
So, like,
auction
I think
is
this person is an idiot,
underway.
they're dumb.
Mining
However,
upgrade complete.
It is true that if you say it's a
Military
1 month
structure
free trial,
complete.
people will assume that you have to
Revenge
cancel before that month
awaits.
is over, before
The
you're
Unity
charged.
calls us to action.
Does that
We
make sense?
await your command.
Like, that's what I think a reasonable person would come to the conclusion. Yeah, he got misled. Exactly. Yeah, he got misled. And the thing is,
Desecrators
like, as I
assault
said,
our world.
Usually, whenever coincidence and personal gain converge,
seek
it's not a
minds to make
coincidence.
our
I think
own.
that it is intentionally kept
We
this
obey
way.
the
How many of you
Unity's
guys
will.
Are like,
You
ever see
failed
somebody like, I
to
remember
place a
Sam's Club.
bid.
This used to always be the
Civilian
case.
structure
Sam's Club.
complete.
And like there would be some guy, he's like, "Do you want DirecTV? You're gonna get free internet for 90
Military
days."
structure
And I'm
complete.
like, I always
Planet
ask people, how
item
much does a
ready.
free one cost?
Control group
Because it always
created.
costs something. It costs your email address.
The enemy
it costs your
will
phone
know
number,
our
it costs
wrath.
your address, or it costs your name and
Is there
contact
danger?
information. There's always a cost, and I think this is true, especially with this. However, I do think that a lot of these companies will make money based off of people who sign up for free trials and then they forget to cancel them and then they bill them for the first month and make $32
We seek minds to make our
and I do think
own.
that this is unethical because it is
Civilian
it is
structure
worded in a way
complete.
that is misleading. You tell somebody they have a 30-day free trial, the assumption would be that you can cancel it within the 30 days, and that would be the case.
Civilian structure complete. Maximum military orbit slots reached.
We seek minds to make
So
our
whenever you
own.
deviate from that,
The
it might be
unity
legally
calls us to
correct.
action.
This is not illegal.
A cleansing
But I'm not
fire.
going to say it's good.
You will find enlightenment in death.
You have 14 days to cancel the sign.
A cleansing fire.
Civilian structure complete.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
1 month for free. But
Control group created.
12-month period.
We shall do as you command.
A 12-month period.
Control group created.
Print. Cancel
Control
before the
group
trial ends to
created.
avoid being charged. But
all memberships will be billed automatically. If eligible for a free trial, cancel before the trial ends to avoid a charge. Yeah, again, this is
Civilian
misleading
structure
again.
complete.
Your
Because,
arguments are compelling.
again, a
I
reasonable
shall
person
stand with
would
you.
go into this
Your arguments are
and see
compelling.
cancel before
I
the
shall
trial
stand
ends
with you.
would mean
I
that
will deliver your
canceling
order
at any time
personally.
before the trial
We
ends.
cannot build
because
there.
It's not an
Done and
exclusionary
dusted.
statement. This is like an
We
umbrella
obey
statement
the unity's
before the
will.
trial ends. That's a 30-day
Military
period.
structure complete.
So I think that this kind of language, by the way, should be regulated. Like, fucking
Revenge
super regulated,
awaits.
because in my
Our
opinion,
will
they just
is
stole this dude's money.
transcendent.
Powering phase
100%.
engines.
And by the way, this is not to shit on Skillshare, because so many fucking companies do this. So many of them do this. This is not a Skillshare
Their
thing.
worlds will
Almost every
burn in the
company that
unity's
has a free trial
flames.
system works
The
that
unity
way.
commands your
And it's
destruction.
Victory is
And
at
not only
hand.
is it bullshit, but it takes advantage of oftentimes people that don't have the money. That's why
Military
they're
structure
trying to get trial in the
complete.
first place. So it's like you're deliberately curating an audience of people that are oftentimes not financially
Production of the
literate to
item
take
is
advantage of them
complete.
and have the technical.
They will join us or
doing it,
die.
taking their money.
Military structure complete.
But I don't think this is a
Submit
Skillshare
to the
unique problem.
unity or be eradicated.
Military structure
I
complete.
don't know how they do things.
We offer the absolution of death.
Last chance to
It's not
surrender.
bullshit, 'cause when you
Our fleet is
because
trapped
when
after
you
arriving at a
buy-
phase jump
If
inhibitor.
20 days is over, then they have to charge for the new month.
Shields down! We're
No,
exposed
they-
to attack! We
No, they
cannot
don't have
survive
to.
without armor!
That doesn't make sense.
Your presence is strong.
Yeah, it's a ultimately this is a deliberately misleading tactic that is intentionally crafted misleading on purpose in order to trick people into allowing them to take their money legally. That is fundamentally what
We
this
await
is.
the unity's
I don't care about
command.
the legality of it.
Their worlds will
The law
burn
does
in the
not
unity's
matter.
flames.
What matters is the effect and the intention.
if we're being honest, this is rather misleading.
True.
The average
Production
user
of the
probably
item
does
is
Skillshare as
complete.
this is godly
We
learning
have
platform on
cleansed the
YouTube
planet
that
of
you can buy
heathens.
for 1 month completely for free. Then they
That
come
is what a reasonable
Another
person would
planet
assume.
joins the
to this
unity.
stage and they see all this advertising.
We
about
shall do
this
as you
one free
command.
month. So they decide to give it a shot, only to be charged $150 2 weeks later. And this doesn't seem to be an honest marketing mistake either, given the number of complaints on Trustpilot itself.
I would like to see the point in the fine print that it says they're going to charge you for $168.
Defense upgrade
My
complete.
assumption was that the person was
Let the
charged. Sorry,
bidding
I'm gonna go back
commence.
again. I apologize. Take a 1-year subscription, 2 hours. Yeah, if they are charging you for a 1-year subscription, just like 2 weeks into it,
Maximum military orbit slots reached.
We seek minds to make our
Give it
own.
a shot, only to be charged $168.
The unity calls us to action.
This
massively.
doesn't seem to be an honest marketing mistake either.
Yeah, we've got a real Giga Chat in chat. Good
We
luck
shall
getting
do as you command.
$168 out of my bank account.
Whatever
Yeah,
the
there you
unity
go.
wills.
You can't take what you don't have.
Given the
Civilian
number of
structure
complaints on Trustpilot
complete.
Itself,
Yeah, we gotta
I'm
worry
sure
about
their
that.
help center has been overloaded with confused customers. Yet they stick to the same slimy sales tactics.
Because it's
No
intentional.
bid.
Doesn't seem
You
like they
missed
try to bring it
out.
up to customers.
Because it's intentional to take their
Control
money.
group created.
Obviously.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Will miss the refund
We
window
await
for
the
any
Unity's
subscription by
command.
just 4 days, and he was refused any sort of refund at all.
Civilian structure complete.
Let's see here. Denied a refund, can you pass to them with money? I'm only worried that they'll try to charge me again next year, even though I've already canceled. Avoid at all cost. This is one good thing. You will never hear
Civilian
me ever
structure
say this in
complete.
any other situation except for this one. This is one of the good things about credit cards is with credit cards.
The Unity's
if you
fleet can
have a
grow no
charge like
more.
this, you
Now
just
is the
call your
time to
credit card
fulfill our
company
destiny.
And you say, this is what
Commerce
happened,
upgrade
and they say, no,
complete.
it didn't happen.
Production of the item is complete.
And
Planet item ready.
Not always, of course not always.
Even if you do get a refund, though, you're not out of the woods just yet, because you could be charged 1 year later. Take Roberta's daughter, for example. 1 year ago, she signed up for a free trial. She too
Civilian
was surprised
structure
when she was
complete.
charged an annual subscription. Fortunately, though, she was able to contact customer support and get a refund and cancel her membership. But 1 year later, she was charged for
Our
a
will
When
is
she contacted customer support
transcendent.
again, they told her that they can't issue a refund because
We
they have
sense
a
that an
one-refund
enemy has
policy,
fallen.
which she had
Their
already
impurities
Oh, that
no
makes
longer
sense,
risk
because you only
polluting the
get one
Unity.
refund, so
Civilian
we
structure
charge you
complete.
twice.
Military
that's
structure
smart.
complete.
That's good.
Revenge awaits.
Yeah, one
The
refund
Unity
policy.
calls us to
You know where that
action.
came from? Their ass.
Defilers
They
encroach
just
upon
told us,
us.
yeah, so yeah, so we have this like one refund
Powering
policy. By the way,
phase
they don't
engines.
have a one refund policy. I guarantee you, if like think
Production
of, like, any
of the
powerful
item is
influential person
complete.
Had this problem with the
Our
company,
fleet is trapped
they'd
after
find a way to
arriving
get
at a
to
phase jump inhibitor.
The Unity commands your destruction. They will join us or die.
Military structure
Why do
complete.
they charge only
The
for 1
Unity
year at this
commands
point?
your destruction.
Okay, so
Shields down! We're exposed to attack! We cannot survive without armor!
The enemy will know our wrath.
The anima are restless. Our will shall be done.
And think of it in
Shields
terms of
down!
dollars.
We're exposed to attack! We cannot survive without armor!
Military structure complete.
Cry for mercy.
No problems. That's what they say,
Our
right?
vengeance
That's
is
what they
yours.
told us what it was.
We'll consider it.
Yeah, so that's
That
why.
path is
It's
perilous.
because this one makes
We
more money.
maintain our vigil.
Revenge awaits.
Control group created.
The enemy will know our wrath.
You're like, come on.
Shields down! We're exposed to attack!
Cancel.
Doubt clouds our thoughts.
But when this was
That path is
then
perilous.
they simply stopped
We
fighting.
maintain our
All of this
vigil.
is truly
Our
credit to
destruction
a
is at
company
hand.
that's so good at
Production of the
position,
item is
but
complete.
this is simply the
Military
market
structure
value.
complete.
Skillshare.
We are hopelessly crippled.
Already bad enough.
We await the Unity's command.
Worse.
Glory to the Unity!
I think the chatter meant, why don't they just take as much
Time to
money as they
bid.
want?
Place them high.
I'd say that's stupid
Shields
too.
down! We're exposed
That-
to attack!
Well, in terms of service,
We
if
await the
you,
Unity's command.
Buy something, we can take $1 million out of your bank account. Let's be kind of realistic here. Do you want to know why they actually do it for a yearly charge? It's because it's normalized in this industry. How many of you guys have signed up for the free trial of something and then you were charged 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, for a year after the free trial was over without your consent? Or sorry, you did consent to it by signing the original contract without your approval at the time.
Let
of the
this
charge
be a
was
lesson.
set.
Next time, pay up.
Yes. 20 times.
Production of the
Stop
item
signing
is
the trials.
complete.
Yeah, so
Military structure complete.
I'm not an idiot. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Is that do you see the point that I'm
We
making?
offer
is that
the absolution
who are the
of
people
death.
that want free trials? Generally, people that have less money. Who are the people that are more financially illiterate in general? Probably people who have less money, logically, right? They're younger, they're less experienced on average. We're playing with averages here. So I don't want to hear about how you're super smart and you don't have a lot of money, or there's stupid people that have a lot of money. I don't want to hear about that. We're talking about averages here.
Done and
On
dusted.
average, you are cultivating an audience of people that, by the nature of them seeking the product that you are trying to serve, are on average more financially illiterate.
Your arguments are compelling. I shall stand with you.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Over. You know, if
we
you've
are
ever been
exiles
poor,
no
you would
longer.
know this to be true. It's expensive to be poor.
Skillshare not only has some more content that costs a fortune, but they're also preying on YouTubers' most loyal audience. When it comes to Skillshare,
We're exposed
to
attack!
A significant portion of people who sign up aren't
Desecrators assault our world.
They simply want to support a creator.
We
and see
cannot
more
survive
content
without
on their
armor!
channel, similar to something like Patreon. But unlike Patreon, most of the subscription feed doesn't even end up going to the creators. Patreon
Production of
only
the
keeps
item is
100%
complete.
Skillshare, on the other hand, wait for it, 7.
I thought Patreon was,
Revenge awaits.
I thought Patreon was 20%.
Shields down! We're exposed to attack!
You will find enlightenment in death.
Completely
Our vengeance is yours. Our will shall be done.
Yeah,
we cannot
Twitch only
survive
takes
without
half.
armor. We are exiles no longer.
70%, is that, yeah.
Content available to end users for free. Meanwhile, Skillshare is charging their users $168 per year, which is even more than YouTube Premium. Yet, they're only sharing 30% of it with the actual creators. Take Teachable, for example. These guys have become the go-to place for hosting courses. And guess what? They have a free plan for creators that supports unlimited students. This does come along with a per sale fee of 10%, but creators can get this per sale fee down to 0 by upgrading tiers. Even Netflix, who people seem to hate, is extremely generous with their revenue.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
We seek minds to make our own.
That's a lot.
A cleansing fire.
Without taking anywhere
Armor
close to 70% of the revenue.
Only the unity can save us now.
70%.
We await the Unity's command.
We are exiles no longer.
Like anything over 30% is probably a lot. Like most places operate between like 10 to 40% based off of what's happening, etc. Like,
Civilian structure complete.
Like you're talking about 70%? That's some fucking meth drug dealer shit. Where you're like a mule and you just have to take a bag of crack across the fucking country for like $3,000. Then whenever you get there, they shoot you.
Our
But
fleet
who
is
the
trapped
fuck
after
does
arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Time to bid. Place
Here's
them
the
high.
Skillshare figured out that many YouTubers have
Production of the item is complete.
that are willing to pay up large amounts of money to get more content and theoretically support their favorite creators.
Yeah.
Instead of creating a smooth platform to enable such support, though, Skillshare has decided
We
to
are
fine-tune
exiles no
themselves.
longer.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. We sense that an enemy has fallen. Their impurities no longer risk polluting the Unity. Another planet joins the Unity.
Revenge awaits.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
The truth
Our
is
shields
that
are
a
offline.
deliberately
Severe damage
misleading,
sustained. All systems
trial
are failing.
period
We
and
obey the
unfair,
Unity's will.
Like
Let this
customer,
be a
like
lesson.
user
Next
split
time,
between
pay up.
creators. These are not.
The Unity will survive this
This would not
loss.
be in the advertisement. Like, of course, it would not be in the advertisement. So, it's just they're not talking about that. Like, and on the surface, the idea of Skillshare sounds very good.
Revenge
So it's a very
awaits.
easy idea to sell.
We shall do as you command.
Skillshare doesn't accomplish
Defense
anything
upgrade
notably
complete.
great. In fact, they have multiple notable
We are
negative
exiles no
They have
longer.
shitty free trial, renewal,
Maximum
and
civilian
policy.
orbit slots
And
reached.
they only share 30% of their revenue with creators. But even putting those attributes aside, the bottom line is
Whatever
that
the
Skillshare
Unity
doesn't
wills.
work. You're basically getting
I think this is actually his weakest argument for Skillshare being bad, is that Skillshare isn't worth it because it's too much of a subjective value analysis.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump
I
inhibitor.
would argue that there
We seek
probably
minds
are
to
a
make
number of
our
very
own.
good, like,
Our
different
fleet is
types
trapped
of,
after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
there's a number of very
You
good,
will find
like,
enlightenment in
courses and
death.
trials and, like, different,
Revenge
like,
awaits.
like videos on Skillshare that are actually high quality.
Civilian structure
I don't think you
complete.
can say that there are none. Or that the ones on YouTube are universally better.
Planet
especially
item
whenever his
ready.
point of reference is
We
one,
are exiles no
one
longer.
case. You would have to look at this across like 50
Maximum
cases,
civilian
100
orbit
cases,
slots reached.
And even then, it would still be... You would not
Our
be getting
fleet
to
is
100%
trapped after
visiting
arriving
posting.
at a phase jump inhibitor.
We await the Unity's command. The Unity calls us to action.
Whatever the Unity wills.
But because Skillshare is such a big player within the sponsorship,
We seek minds to make our own.
out against them. And
Defense
audiences
upgrade
agree
complete.
That Skillshare truly is some sort of exceptional service that's
Civilian structure complete.
We obey the Unity's will.
But that's just what I think. Have you ever used Skillshare? Comment that down below. Also, drop a like if you appreciate the honest take on Skillshare. And of course, consider checking out our Discord community to suggest video ideas and consider subscribing to see more questions and logical
We
answers.
cannot build there.
I'm
Done
Hardy.
and
I'll see you
dusted.
guys on the next
Civilian
one.
structure complete.
We are exiles
So
no
I think
longer.
there's a lot to talk about.
Control group
Because
created.
Number one,
We shall do
I
as
went
you
into this
command.
Video, I try to go into videos that are accusatory, assuming that the accusations are probably like not entirely true. I
Our
try to
fleet
go
is
into
trapped
it
after arriving
putting
at a
the
phase
burden
jump
of proof
inhibitor.
on that person, rather than just being like, yeah, this person's totally right. They're fucking. This
Our
is
fleet
totally
is
a
trapped
scam.
after
Oh, it's
arriving at
such
a
fucking
phase jump
scam.
inhibitor.
We love
Planet
scams,
item
right?
ready.
So I very much
The
am not a
completion
fan
of
that.
this item
So if
makes
you go
us
back and you watch
stronger.
the beginning of this, you can see
Our
that I
fleet
was
is
very
trapped
serious
after
about
arriving at a
Skillshare.
phase jump
And I
inhibitor.
think that the reason for that is that I don't like to see something like this just get shit on because somebody's subjective value analysis is not, you know, they don't
Our
think
fleet
that
is
it's
trapped
correct,
after
basically. I
arriving
think
at a
that's
phase jump
unfair.
inhibitor.
However, I do think that he has two extremely strong points in this video that are irrefutable that show that
Our
Skillshare
fleet is
acting
trapped
in an
after
unethical
arriving
way.
at a phase
Number
jump
one is
inhibitor.
the fact that the
Unity calls us
the
to
1
action.
month free trial
Logistics
ends
upgrade
actually in
complete.
14 days.
Your
and in
influence
14
is
days, you
noted.
get locked
We
into
have a
1-year
deal.
subscription, which is
Civilian
$168.
structure complete.
Guys, I know for a lot of you, you're lucky enough that $168
Time to
isn't a big
bid.
deal.
Place 'em
There are
high.
many years of my life when $168 would break the bank. And the truth is that with a lot of people that are watching YouTube videos, etc., you're catering towards a younger audience, towards an audience that is much less financially literate than the average population, and thus they're not going to be reading the fine print. They're already getting their guard is not up because they're following an advertisement that a content creator is giving them, and so they're thinking, oh, well, I trust this content creator, and the content creator probably doesn't know. I don't think a lot of the guys that are taking the sponsorships even knew anything about this. It wouldn't matter to them. And you also have to keep in mind that if you're being
Civilian
paid
structure
for
complete.
putting your videos up on there, because I can guarantee you that
We
what's
obey
happening
the
is
Unity's
Skillshare
will.
pays some guy
Defilers
like,
encroach
like,
upon
I think it
us.
was this
Let
guy
this
here.
be a lesson.
Yeah, like
Next
they paid
time,
this
pay
guy
up.
to put the
Our fleet
courses
is
up
trapped
on
after
his
arriving at a
website.
phase
Like,
jump
he got a
inhibitor.
lump sum amount of money.
Military structure complete.
Like $100,000.
Revenge awaits.
$50,000, $50,000.
Hostility research
But he was
complete.
paid a good amount of money to put these videos up on their website.
Powering
So if
phase
you are paid
engines.
a massive amount
We
of
await
lump
your
sum
command.
and then a 70% differential afterwards,
Civilian
then I think
structure
that's very fair
complete.
because
Our fleet
the
is
company
trapped
is-
after
is
arriving at a phase
basically-
jump inhibitor.
they're
Civilian
risking
structure
all of
complete.
the upfront cost. They're saying
The
we
completion
trust
of this
that you're
item
gonna
makes
make
us
more money with your
stronger.
product in the long term,
We are
so we are
exiles
going
no
to
longer.
provide a fixed cost
Desecrators
upfront,
assault
right?
our
And I think
world.
that's true. They're investing
Civilian
into it.
structure
That's fine.
complete.
If it's a 70%
Military structure
differential for a
complete.
person that has a
Armor
sponsorship
down!
and they're being paid
Only the
a base
Unity
rate
can
to
save
create
us
videos.
now.
However,
Our shields are
if you're talking about
offline.
something that
Civilian
is not
structure
a
complete.
special contract. This is not
Revenge
an
awaits.
exclusive influencer contract.
Commerce
This is just a
upgrade
content
complete.
creator on Skillshare
Glory
who's
to the
looking share their
Unity!
skills, and
The
you're taking
Unity
70%
commands your
back, then I
destruction.
would consider that unethical.
Their
And again,
worlds will
it's very hard
burn
to
in
say
the
what is
Unity's
unethical, and if
flames.
something is unethical,
Their
whenever both
worlds will
parties are
burn in the
consensually-
Unity's flames.
They are consensually
The Unity
under,
calls
you know,
us
no
to
duress
action.
or fucking-
The Unity commands your destruction.
Civilian structure complete.
So
The
it's very
Unity
hard
has
to say
fallen
that it's
silent on
unethical,
one of
but
our
I do
planets.
think in this case it is
Shields
at very
down!
least,
We're exposed to
shady.
attack!
It could be seen
The
as
Unity
unethical, it could be
commands
seen
your
as predatory,
destruction.
But I think that's up to the
Civilian
individual.
structure complete.
However,
We
on
cannot
my side of
survive
it,
without
I do think
armor.
it's bad.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
Shields
down! We're exposed to attack!
That's the second
We
thing.
cannot survive without armor!
70%.
Shields down! We're exposed to attack!
Because he probably got paid a flat fee.
Hostility research complete.
The Unity commands your destruction.
Victory is at hand! We cannot survive without armor!
Commerce upgrade complete.
That people are finally calling out a lot of these sponsorships on YouTube.
The enemy
We saw
will
this
know
happen
our
before
wrath.
with the established titles,
Glory to the
which was
Unity!
by a lot of
Cry
fans
for
thought
mercy!
the unofficial lord, which turned out to be a meme and not even true. Now you can make the argument
We are
that because it
hopelessly
had no actual
crippled.
functional value and it was a meme in the first place, that people that were buying it didn't really
Shields
matter in
down!
the same
We're
way.
exposed
But
to
when
attack!
It's different and
We
it's
are
actually
exiles no
worse.
longer.
You're actually looking
Shields
to buy a
down!
product
We're
out of
exposed
this,
to
and that
attack!
product has a functional
Victory
value,
is at
and
hand.
that functional value
We
is
cannot
somehow not
survive
being
without
met,
armor.
or in the process of
Cry
trying to
for
take that
mercy.
functional value,
The
things
enemy
that are
will
unethical,
know our
like,
wrath.
having to spend a lot of
Hostility
money for
research
a
complete.
trial, or
We dare not
having a lot of
stray
your
from
money
our
taken away
path.
by Skillshare
The
for
completion
uploading
of this
something.
item makes
So,
us
I'm
stronger.
really glad to see
We
more
can't
content
initiate a
creators
jump.
speaking out
Our
against
destruction
these
is at
different
hand.
scams. And I don't think
We
this is a
seek
scam, by
minds
the
to
way.
make
I
our
think this
own.
is a
Commerce
this is
upgrade
an
complete.
unethical practice.
Get to
that
the
Skillshare
point.
is engaging in with
Control
their free
group
trials.
created.
And I do also think
Glory
that
to the
it should be
Unity!
called out, absolutely. But I also don't think it's something that is unique.
The
to
Unity
Skillshare.
commands
A lot
your
of companies do
destruction.
this exact same shady stuff.
They will
So I
join
feel
us
kind of
or
uncomfortable
die.
singling out Skillshare
Planet
and saying
item ready.
Skillshare is this horrible thing.
Their
whenever
worlds
so
will
many
burn
other
in the
companies
Unity's
do
flames.
equally, manipulative
Shields
things with
down!
free
We're
trials.
exposed to attack!
So,
They will join us or die.
like, it's not
We
like
are
Skillshare
hopelessly
isn't
crippled.
involved. I'm just
We
trying to
cannot
protect
survive without
around
armor.
other people involved.
Defilers encroach
Yeah,
upon
Amazon
us.
Prime,
The
fucking
Unity's fleet can
AT&T,
grow no
I
more.
think, might do stuff
Now
like
is the
that.
time to fulfill
Like,
our
a lot of,
destiny.
like, internet companies,
The
maybe not
Unity
AT&T,
commands your
but
destruction.
Time Warner Cable did that.
The enemy
It was,
will know
very-
our wrath.
Very
The
common.
anima are restless.
Overall,
Control
I hope
created.
I hope that people
Desecrators assault
honestly,
our world.
I hope they change the free trial.
Military structure complete.
That's my main takeaway for this, is that Skillshare should see this video and see how many people are being
Mining
misled by the
upgrade
free trial,
complete.
and realize that it's not worth the hit to your reputation and integrity to steal people's money, who are oftentimes the people that need the money the most.
No
So
bid.
I really hope they
You
change that.
missed
and I
out.
also don't think it's the content
Armor
creator's
down!
fault for,
Only the Unity
supporting
can
something
save
like
us
this.
now.
The content creator might not know every single nuance
Our shields
of
are
their
offline.
payment structure, etc. I think that, of course,
We
people
await
should be
the
held
Unity's
accountable,
command.
for what they promote.
Revenge
but I think there's
awaits.
a reasonable amount
We dare
of
not stray from our path.
distance that you can
We maintain our
assume that
vigil.
a person has with the
We
sponsor.
seek minds to
Like,
make
just
our
because somebody
own.
picks a sponsor doesn't mean
Whenever
they
you
approve every single
wish.
action this company has ever
Severe
taken,
damage
or they
sustained.
understand
All
every
systems are
nuance that the
failing.
company has.
They
But I do
will
think
join
content
us
creators,
or
after seeing
die.
this, now that this is
The
public,
Unity will
should be
survive
much
this
more
loss.
reluctant on taking
Our
sponsorships
confidence
from Skillshare.
wavers.
That was a lot for me to say. I'm very interested
We
in this
await
kind
the
of stuff for
Unity's
obvious
command.
reasons. So, yeah, I had a lot to say. I'll read a few comments here, and then we'll move on. What a rant. Yeah, sure. Just because it doesn't mean it's not a scam.
Mining upgrade
Totally right,
complete.
and that's the point that I was
The
making.
Unity has
However,
fallen
I do
silent
think that
on
it's
one of our
misleading and
planets.
disingenuous to take something that
Our
everybody is doing
vengeance is
and then
yours.
put it on one person and say that
Control
you're bad for
group
doing it.
created.
I
Any
think that
last
you're right.
words?
Fundamentally, you're
You
right.
will find
but it is
enlightenment
deliberately
in death.
misleading, and I think it's
Military
almost like
structure complete.
you're playing favorites.
A cleansing fire.
It's gonna
You
be greater
will
if you
find
differentiate
enlightenment
with
in
the sponsorship
death.
opportunity and the
Our
scams.
fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump
Yeah, if
inhibitor.
they pay you a ton of money, it's legit. If they don't, it's probably bullshit.
A cleansing fire.
But no, I mean, really, you look and
Our
see if
will
other people have done
is
it, and this is what happens,
transcendent.
right? Because, like,
The
as a content
Unity
creator,
senses
like,
that an
I
enemy
also
has
watch,
finished a powerful warship.
with a lot of
Control
content,
group
what you end
created.
up seeing is, like, you see, like, for example, like Marcus Brownlee. is,
Their
like, one of the
worlds
most
will burn in the
well-respected
Unity's
YouTubers on the entire
flames.
platform. So, like, if I
Military
see
structure
anything that's
complete.
sponsored or something, I think to myself, oh shit. Like, this is something that's legit. I should totally believe in this.
They will
and it's
join
real.
us or die.
Sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. I apologize. But the point is, like, this guy is the real deal. So
Your
whenever I
presence
see
is
him do
strong.
that, and maybe this guy
Production
saw him
of
do
the
that,
item
and then
is
this guy saw
complete.
him do that, and
The
then I
anima
see
are
this guy
restless.
do it, and then I
Control
look at all the
group
other guys that are
created.
doing it. It's like, well,
Mining
looks like
upgrade
everybody's doing it,
complete.
so it's okay.
The
So, like,
completion
everybody
of
just
this
kind of
item
assumes
makes
things
us
are fine.
stronger.
And like realistically, that's not a very good way to go about doing
Defilers
things.
encroach
But
upon
I
us.
think that there's also
Seek mines to make our
like
own.
that's just what's gonna happen. Just what people are gonna do. Yeah. It's a bit brand biased. I mean, I think you can easily make that argument, but overall, like he's relatively well respected. You know, much more so than a lot of other mainstream YouTube personalities. So yeah.
Revenge awaits.
New DBZ game got announced an hour ago. I tweeted you the trailer. Yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it. Give me a second. I have to admit, I preferred seeing the Skillshare ads, the endless keeps, and Raid Shadow ads. I mean, people have got to make money, and that's just how, you know, we live in a society where people need to make money. Once we reach some sort of singularity where everybody can live in a virtual world and scarcity
The enemy
is a thing
will
of the past,
know our
we don't
wrath.
have to worry about it anymore. But until then, you're going to see sponsorships.
Their worlds
Phil
will
Frank and
burn in the
sponsorized
Unity's
titles from big
flames.
reputable YouTubers.
Production of the item is complete.
Look, man.
Time to
like,
bid. Place them
everybody
high.
can be misled by
You
something
will find
because
enlightenment
nobody
in
can
death.
fundamentally understand every nuance.
Our will
of
is transcendent.
It is an unrealistic
The completion of this
expectation.
item makes us
Whenever
stronger.
some of the biggest, like think about all of the venture
Research
capitalists
rate upgrade
invested
complete.
into Eddie Ibanez, who was the guy that was part of Logan Paul's CryptoZoo. Remember that whole part of the story? How he hoodwinked literal
Revenge
billionaires
awaits.
into investing in him and giving him money. So if these people at the very, very highest level are not able to completely discern this, you shouldn't expect somebody like Philip DeFranco to do it either. That doesn't mean you shouldn't hold them accountable after the fact, and it doesn't mean that we shouldn't have conversations
anima
about
are
being more
restless.
accountable. And
The
being
enemy
better
will
at being able
know
to see
our
these things ahead of
wrath.
time.
We have
However,
lost
I don't think
access
you should
to the
go
metal
off the rails
market.
and get mad at them.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
I think people
Doubt
should really be
clouds
frustrated
our
with
thoughts.
Skillshare,
That path is
for deceptive
perilous.
practices.
We cannot survive without
I would say,
armor.
yeah, with them. This is a great video. Again, I went into the video thinking that this was just some haters, and it turned out that he actually had some really good points about halfway through
Our
the video.
confidence
And I'm
wavers.
glad I watched it.
Defilers encroach upon
Like myself.
us. Desecrators assault our
Yeah,
world.
this is a great video. Really good to see this. People looking out for the YouTube community. Venture capitalists don't do as much due diligence as you might imagine. Well, what I'm saying is that nobody is doing that much due diligence.
The completion of this item makes us
It's just
stronger.
not happening.
Armor
Because it
down!
would be functionally
Only the
impossible
Unity
to
can
keep up
save
with
us
it.
now. Our shields are
It's
offline.
shady why billionaires would invest in something like that. Money laundering, tax
Armor
evasion, I don't
down!
know.
Only
this
the
is
Unity
idea
can
of a lot of
save us now.
and people like
Severe
that going-
damage sustained. All systems are
They
failing.
say-
The Unity will survive this
We're
loss.
only gonna have one eye
We
open.
dare not
And we're
stray
gonna
from our
take
path.
100 shots.
If that is our will.
It's, you know what it's
Production
like?
of
It's
the
a
item
doctor
is
introspect.
complete.
How
We
many
have
times
cleansed
you
the
seen
planet
a
of
doc
heathens.
take a shot
We
at some
sense that an
fucking
enemy has
helicopter
fallen.
that's
Their
500
impurities
miles
no
away,
longer risk polluting
and
the
then
Unity.
once every 6 months, he hits the guy.
The
And then
Unity
clip
has
goes
fallen
YouTube,
silent on one of
or
our
it goes on
planets.
Twitter, it has 18 million views, and everybody's talking about how amazing he is. But you don't see the fact that he takes 2 of these shots every
Whatever
fucking
the
game,
Unity
and he plays
wills.
games 8 hours a day. But you remember the shot that he hits. And the truth is, a lot of VC people, they think like, okay, well, all we need to do is hit one TikTok. All we need to do is hit one Vine, hit one Instagram, hit, let's see, what's another like, really popular, something like that. And then we own the next fucking, like,
The completion
billion-dollar
of this
company.
item makes us
So
stronger.
that's why they do it, and that's their strategy in a lot of regards. I can't speak to every group, obviously. And I do think that a lot of the groups do...
I will deliver your order
indulge in a
personally.
good amount of due diligence, absolutely. But that is kind of what the philosophy is behind a lot of investments, especially like tech investments. Venture capitalists are happy with a 90% failure rate. That's right, because you can lose 90% of your money, but you can make 1,000% of your money. So it's basically like gambling, but these guys are it's like the good version of gambling, and it's good because these guys have a lot of money, obviously.
Production of the item is complete.
It's a lot more complex, but you're right at a high level. But they have people.
Research rate upgrade complete.
It's a whole company, right? It's like the CEO doesn't understand.
We seek minds to make our own.
Or the person that's doing graphic design.
Your
like,
presence is strong.
Control group created.
Isn't that what Shaq does? He invested in everything? Yeah, he sure does. I hear about Shaq all the time. Holy fuck.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I bet, I don't know how much Shaq is worth, but I bet he's worth a lot of fucking money.
Revenge awaits. The Unity calls us to action. We obey the Unity's will.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
We are ready. Desecrators assault our world. Production of the item is complete. Whatever the Unity wills.
There's been a situation
An auction
with two
is
individuals
underway.
on the internet who have a disagreement.
Our fleet is trapped
over
after
a video
arriving
game.
at a
That's
phase
right.
jump inhibitor.
That's right. Say it isn't true. But unfortunately, it is. Recently, there has been some comments, accusations leveled
Our vengeance
at
is
Belluar
yours.
Gaming by Panda TV. And we're going to take a look at what Panda has to say. First thing I want to say is that I have no hard feelings towards Belluar Gaming. As a person, I want to make that very clear.
Harmony
But I
research
think the style of
complete.
videos
Another
so many
planet
people
joins
make
the
these
Unity.
days hurts the game so much, and it's a huge issue. This was a one-take while live. Now, I want to say, also, before I get into this, I actually
You failed to place a bid.
Production of the item is complete.
I also really like Belluar.
Desecrators assault our world.
It's like
Defense upgrade complete.
These guys, I even met him at BlizzCon a couple of times, I think. And so, yeah, I've had nothing but positive interactions. Keep that in mind. And so,
Our
I'm
fleet
gonna try
is
to be
trapped
as
after
fair
arriving
with
at a
this as
phase jump
possible.
inhibitor.
Here we go.
Panda here. I thought I'd make a video. I just watched Bellulaw's video for 32 minutes of him talking about the problems with WoW, and I think I need to
Another
address
planet
it. I'll
joins
start
the
video by
Unity.
saying,
Revenge
personal issue with
awaits.
Bellulaw, I'm not a
We
huge
shall
fan
do
of a lot
as
of
you
the content he
command.
makes, and I'll explain why in
Military
this.
structure
But,
complete.
I want to make a video just real quick about this, where I feel like one of the bigger issues that we have with World of Warcraft, in my opinion,
Our vengeance
are
is
people like
yours.
Bellulaw. And I'll explain what I'm saying. Again, nothing with him personally. I mean, more
We
the sort of
await
content
the
that he makes,
Unity's
and I understand
command.
why he makes the
Control
content that he
group
does.
created.
I understand that it's
The
great.
Unity calls us to
YouTuber and stuff
action.
like that, I do the same.
Desecrators assault our world.
There are
We
some
shall
people
do
that
as you
make
command.
so many
Our fleet
videos
is trapped after
absolutely
arriving at a phase
shitting
jump
on World of
inhibitor.
No, the
Planet
guy is
item
not, like,
ready.
in jail or anything like that.
Production
He's
of the
doing his
item
job.
is
He's lost a lot of
complete.
weight. And so I'm actually really happy for him. That's great.
The Unity has
Warcraft
fallen
and Blizzard
silent on
every
one of our
chance they
planets.
get, right? And then you make a video like this talking
Military
about how
structure
they're scared to
complete.
make design choices
Revenge
because of people like
awaits.
you.
Nothing, yeah.
Harmony
And because
research
of people
complete.
that make content like this. They try
Understood.
and
God, I wish Blizzard
Give
was
me
here.
a target.
God, I
Revenge awaits.
Our
I
fleet
wish
is
he was
trapped
right.
after arriving at a
I wish
phase
he
jump
were right,
inhibitor.
man.
Powering phase engines.
Oh, God.
Logistics upgrade complete.
do something. You make 9,000 videos.
We
absolutely
obey the
shitting on
Unity's
everything they
will.
do, right? And talking about how
We shall do as
from
you
your
command.
experience as a game designer,
The
your
completion of
experience
this
with stuff like
item
this,
makes
as
us
someone else in
stronger.
the industry, this is what they could do better, and we pretend like one person could solve every issue that happens with World of Warcraft.
Well, actually, I think that in a lot
Done
of
and
cases,
dusted.
I actually do think that they can we could
Civilian
solve them,
structure
and I think
complete.
that I could solve them,
Maximum
and
civilian
Blizzard
orbit
agrees
slots
with me.
reached.
That's why some people make money in games.
Maximum
So, in
civilian
fact,
orbit
there are a
slots
lot of
reached.
cases where it is actually just that simple.
Our will is
Yeah,
transcendent.
I'll be honest. I
Civilian
don't
structure
think that the problems
complete.
in WoW are as much of a tangled web as people make them out to be.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Everybody wanted adventure.
Planet item
Legion
ready.
Legendaries on day one. And Panda,
Our vengeance is yours.
Another planet joins the Unity.
and I remember whenever you lost your spot on Nighthold progression.
Our fleet is
because you were
trapped after
playing a
arriving
demon
at a
hunter,
phase jump
and the
inhibitor.
other demon hunter.
The
got
completion of this
legendary
item makes us
ability.
stronger.
Civilian structure complete.
This was 7 years ago,
Desecrators assault our world.
and I never
An
forget.
auction is underway.
And if
All
Blizzard had
power to
listened
jump
us,
drive.
Civilian
Blizzard had
structure
given us
complete.
the
Logistics
feedback-
upgrade
or, sorry,
complete.
taken our feedback
Our fleet is
and
trapped
implemented
after
that,
arriving at a
it
phase
would've
jump
never happened.
inhibitor.
Of course,
Civilian structure complete.
World of
We
Warcraft
await the
is
Unity's
scared.
command.
There's so many
The Unity
views
calls us to
in
action.
absolutely milking
Revenge
every
awaits.
ounce of just every
We
chance
shall do
can
as you
get
command.
dumpstering on the brand and dumpstering on the game itself, right? And that gets way more views than what
We
it does
await
when
the
somebody's
Unity's
published.
command.
I agree. I think that World of Warcraft
Civilian
is in a
structure
very weird
complete.
spot. I think Dragonflight
Their
is
worlds
a
will burn
wonderful
in the
thing,
Unity's flames.
right? I disagree with a lot of points that he says.
You
I think the
failed
biggest problem with the
to
game right
place
now,
a bid.
personally, I think that the game is way too easy to gear.
We seek
I think
minds
that
to
the game
make our
really needs
own.
some sort of- I
We
can't
are in
speak
grave
for-
danger without our armor.
We are hopelessly crippled. We are exiles no longer. Shields down! We're exposed to attack!
I hear that.
Civilian structure complete.
Our destruction is at hand!
Shields are compromised.
Gearing is way too easy.
Shields
I think
down!
the game
We're
is way
exposed
too
to
easy.
attack!
The ults leveling
The
is
enemy will
insanely
know
easy.
our wrath.
Doesn't have to be
They
hard.
will join us
But I
or
think that
die.
some of the statements that are made
The
in this
Unity
video are
commands your
simply not
destruction.
true, in my opinion.
A
I think that it's
cleansing
very easy
fire.
for me listening to my
We seek
audience and
minds to
saying
make
that
our
that's how the
own.
game should be.
Military structure
And a
complete.
community based around the videos that you make. And if you
Civilian
make videos
structure
that
complete.
well, every single time you shit on Blizzard, every time you shit on World of Warcraft,
We
there's going
cannot
to be
survive without armor!
thousands of people
We
that
await
comment
the
on your
Unity's
videos,
command.
comment on the content that you make, that don't even
Shields
fucking
down!
well
We're exposed to attack!
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
We are exiles no longer.
There's probably a
You
reason
will find
that they're not
enlightenment
playing
in
the game.
death.
And I
Shields
think their
down!
opinion of
We're
why
exposed
they
to
don't
attack!
like the game
We
is
cannot
just as
survive without armor!
Mining upgrade complete.
because
A
they're
cleansing fire. We offer the absolution of death. A cleansing fire.
it's a game like Redfall. Nobody cares about Redfall anymore. It's a dead game. The one bad thing that happened is
Control
that
group
people that
created.
legitimately don't care at all.
Any last
If people are
words?
still consuming content of World of Warcraft,
We are exiles no
they're
longer.
still in the WoW community.
Ready to strike.
Even if they're not actively playing the game.
point of my video.
Revenge
I
awaits.
think the biggest issue that we have are people like Fairly Law that make a lot of videos.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump
I think
inhibitor.
Blizzard give up on systems these days that maybe they shouldn't give up on because we just rip them apart for it.
We
I think Blizzard
obey
probably
the
have an
Unity's
insanely hard
will.
job to do
Mining
with keeping
upgrade
people happy.
complete.
That's just my opinion. There's a one take. I'm streaming, so
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
So,
Hostility
number one, I
research
do
tier
think there's
complete.
negative content. Well, let's actually look at that. Let's look at his channel and let's see how many videos are negative, how many videos are not negative.
Maximum
think that
military
would be
orbit slots
Let's
reached.
look at the positives and negatives.
We await your
This
command.
is negative. My understanding.
We are
negative.
exiles no longer.
Positive or negative? Pretty simple.
Revenge awaits.
So that's a negative. Azure revamp confirmed. Positive. Is WoW the end? 10.0 the end. I'd say this is a positive because it's
Done
actually
and
just talking about
dusted.
the expansion. 1 to 70 a few hours is positive. It's talking about gameplay. Patch 1.2 problem solved. Definitely positive. WoW gearing just got fast. Positive. New WoW expansion. Positive. Illidan finally returned to Warcraft.
The anima are
positive.
restless.
Blizzard
Mining
finally getting
upgrade
it right,
complete.
positive.
Planet
The next
item
year of
ready.
Warcraft in a big league,
Revenge
positive.
awaits.
World of Warcraft's now sees positive, and also positive. Blizzard took decisive action, so again, 2 positives. 1, 2. We can't show anything about the
We
last
are
X
exiles
months, you know,
no
demo
longer.
Over a year ago, every video was extremely negative. Well, why? So you're saying that like because the videos a year ago were negative, but I think that makes sense though, right? Because
Let
like, for
the
example,
bidding commence.
Wouldn't it make sense because the game was in a bad state then?
We
right?
seek
I mean, like, a
minds
year
to
ago,
make
that was,
our
like, fucking-
own. The Unity calls us to action.
No, it was a bit after.
We
4
await
p.m.
the
No, that's not
Unity's
true. That was, like,
command.
actually
Military
9:02.
structure complete.
Give me a
so that was, like,
target.
I mean, Shadow.
Our will shall be done.
Bad, right? So it
We
would make
await
sense
the
that,
Unity's command.
And I actually don't think that's because, like, what you're saying, right, is you're saying that his content has
Our
changed
will
based
is
off of the state of the
transcendent.
game, which would imply that he's not farming negative
Mining
content.
upgrade
he's farming
complete.
content that's based
Hostility
off of the state
research complete.
No bid. You missed out.
Hey, buddy, how are you? If I,
We
if
are
my sound is
exiles
scuffed,
no
I'm in
longer.
Singapore at the moment, so I'm not on
We
my
seek
mobile, so-
minds to make our own.
Military structure complete.
Production of the item is complete.
Yeah,
The
it's been a long
completion
time.
of this
Yeah, how
item
you
makes
doing?
us stronger.
We shall do as you command.
Civilian structure
My
complete.
partner's
We
visa just
cannot
got
build
approved, so
there.
we're moving back to
Done and
Australia,
dusted.
so I'm over here. I gotta give her
Civilian
mum
structure
money for, like, a
complete.
dowry.
Revenge awaits.
Wait, really? Her mum money. Yeah, like, yeah, mum's very
Civilian
traditional,
structure
so
complete.
I'm like
Hostility
over here,
research
giving mum money
complete.
to
Civilian structure complete.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is
it's,
incredible.
The
I
Unity
love it.
calls us
like,
to
here's money
action.
for your daughter. Thank you for letting me have her.
Yeah.
Powering phase engines.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So yeah, unfortunately it's not cheap. So yeah,
That is what it is, right? Yeah.
in
But-
Singapore the minimum is
We seek minds to make our own.
But if
Research
you do
rate
the higher
upgrade
end, it's
complete.
$8,888.
Control group created.
I mean,
Military structure complete.
Production of the item is complete. We
But you
obey
also
the
don't even bother
Unity's
streaming on the main
will.
channel, so I think
The
you can be
Unity
more or less
senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
Absolutely.
Powering phase engines.
An auction is underway.
Well, that was a year and a half
Hostility
ago.
research
My stream's
complete.
dead. Yeah, my
Holy
stream's dead, bro.
shit.
Yeah, I'm dying. Yeah, 100. I'm going to kick next. No, I'm
Smart. Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, Eddie's over in Australia too. Just go over to his house. Yeah, hit him up.
Yeah, I'll go to. I'm moving to
Military
Melbourne.
structure
We're in the same,
complete.
same city. I'll just go
We
over there.
cannot build there.
Solved.
Done and
So
dusted.
anyway,
You
so made this,
failed
this
to
video
place
without
a
failure,
bid.
and I figure, like, yeah, I mean, I know you, you know me, like, so.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
What are you trying to get out of this?
The enemy
Think
will
of what I'm
know
saying,
our
right? 'Cause
wrath.
That legendary thing with the
absolutely.
ring, right?
Oh, look, I even just said on stream because I was listening, right? I said, look,
Their
I
worlds
can
will
agree.
burn
I'm trying to
in the
say that
Unity's
every single
flames.
system that we've talked about as
The
content
completion
creators
of this
is
item
wrong.
makes us stronger.
Absolutely, I can find
They
things
will
that I
join
agree
us
with.
or
The
die.
problem is, and I thought there would be a little bit
The
more parity
enemy will
from a
know
content
our
creator point of view,
wrath.
that, like, this was a
They will
live,
join us or
one-take,
die.
3-minute video with
The
no
enemy will
that I did
know
live
our
on
wrath.
stream after watching it 30
Cry for mercy.
The point
They
that I
will
make,
join
right,
us
I think
or
that there are
die.
so many people, and if you
Their
talk too
worlds
much,
will
I know.
burn in the Unity's
A lot of people
flames.
that are making comments about
They
the
will
games
join
being
us
hard to
or
gear and stuff
die.
like that right now.
Glory
Those
to the
comments.
Unity.
Because you can. No,
They
but it
will
was a
join
part of
us
the
or
conversation,
die.
right? And I'm just trying to
The
address
enemy
things that
will
you
know
just
our
talked about
wrath.
a second ago. And I
Their
respect you
worlds
for
will
saying
burn
that, like,
in the
you don't play
Unity's
the game enough to know.
flames.
Most
They will
people
join us
that are-
or
that are making those
die.
current, that are
The
making these
Unity
comments
commands your
simply
destruction.
haven't played Dragonflight.
Glory
I
to
can
the
agree, I say it
Unity.
all the time on
Hostility
stream. I think
research complete.
Dragonflight is a good expansion, but no one's playing it. I'm not trying to say it's some perfect thing to gaming. It is insane to me when people think that the game is hard to gear right now, because if you can literally log on, get geared in less than a couple of days,
Military
and you can
structure
gear even
complete.
easier, right? Again, I agree with you that people that don't play the game can have an opinion, but to
The
an extent,
enemy
if you're
will
gonna
know
sit there and
our
talk about
wrath.
how Mythic Plus is,
Their
how the
worlds
raid is,
will
how the
burn in the
gameplay is, and you
Unity's
haven't played it
flames.
at all, that expansion, I think that's disingenuous.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
What specifically did he say about, like, Mythic Plus or raids?
So, okay, so I think that it got a little bit warped because I did like a one-take reaction.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I think it got a little bit warped.
I mean,
Production
My
of the
problem-
item is complete.
So I think my problem was more
The Unity commands your destruction.
Billy Law's videos and many other people. Look, even you literally said yourself in the years that you're a dickhead to devs. That
Ready
you
to
said
strike.
on social media that that's a part of your persona. And
We seek
just how you
minds
can
to
be,
make our
right? That's a
own.
fair thing to
I mean,
say.
maybe I could have said that a little bit, but I actually think that I'm very fair.
I agree with you. Don't get me wrong, I agree. There's a point to this, but I'm just pointing out that that is something that you have
Well,
said.
I think that if you ask a lot of devs, they'd say I'm a dickhead. You're right about that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But the point that I'm making is because I don't want to exclude you from this conversation before someone says it, right? I think that there is a big difference between making criticism about the game and making videos that point us in the right direction. And a lot of people kept trying to make this point, which is why I wanted to talk to you. A lot of people kept trying to say, look at the last 20 videos that he made, only 2 of them are negative. That's fine, but I'm not talking about the last 6 months of content creation. And I
The
think there's a big
completion of this
difference
item
between
makes us stronger.
creating videos that
Hostility
criticize
research
games in a good
complete.
way, outside of calling developers, you know, brain dead apes, and saying that people in the team are useless, and saying all these things about personal things about people that work for the company. And here is my main issue.
Well,
and I said this earlier on stream.
Did Bellier say that
Yeah,
people on the teams?
it said that and other things in the past plenty of times,
Which
right?
dev
And there
was
was even I couldn't tell. I don't get that invested,
Okay.
right? The point that I'm trying to make is I think that there is this. I was quite shocked that he took it to heart so much that I said that he makes very clickbait thumbnails and very clickbait sort of.
We seek
you know,
minds to
content
make
on the
our
channel, but
own.
There's a lot of hate based around it because I don't think that that's that extreme.
Any
to say.
last words?
I even say in the video. No, but this is the, I even say in the video and the tweet that if I did YouTube, I'd do the same. I would do the exactly same
The
thing. I'm not hating on
unenlightened
that.
have
But
seduced
that's
a
all
minor
that
faction to challenge our destiny.
Because like so if you
Desecrators
say that
assault our
somebody
world.
Is doing that. What you're saying is that he's using thumbnails and using titles that are
Production of the
disingenuous
item
and
is complete.
misrepresentative of what his real opinions are in order to garner viewership. Like that's effectively what you're saying, right?
But even
Let the bidding
a lot
commence.
of his fan base pointed out yesterday that even he has said that
Revenge
during his
awaits.
podcast, and even some of the things that he does with his friend, that he's even said the same thing. Right? He's even said that he rides the highs and rides the lows of World of Warcraft because it's very good for views.
Well,
right?
of course. Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah,
that's
of course. That's not the point. But the point that I'm making, when he's going to try and defend that sort of stuff, is, for me personally, I think you can criticize the game and you can criticize parts of the game without going towards.
We have cleansed the planet of
calling people
heathens.
brain-dead apes. And
The
I guess
unity
it
is
boils down to this for me.
victorious. We
I am
sense
not
that
a
an
big
enemy
fan
has
of the way
fallen.
that Bailey Law comes off, and look, it could just